Vine Vanguard episode. This should be 19, I think. Something like that.
Sounds about right.
So you guys are getting pretty close to that 20 mark.
We'll get there one day.
Oh, excuse me. All right, so what are we doing?
I'm trying to figure out if this man can enchant my
Right.
boots with anything helpful.
Basically, he's already got haste. He doesn't need to.
Oh, does he really? Oh,
Yeah,
shoot.
he's got to wait.
Once a day.
Well, true. But remember,
boots of haste or boots of speed would be awesome.
to enchant anything, it takes a long while to enchant it. So
We'd
you
have
guys
to bring them along.
either bring them along or drop the stuff off and then come back for it later.
So, if I wanted, could you do anything with my boots to it help them imbue me with speed, something to move faster?
Okay, to be specific, to give you a general idea, the rarity of the items depends on how long it takes. So for like a
Gotcha.
boost of like boots of haste or boost of speed would be close to what would be considered an uncommon item. So that would be about 20 days worth of work that they would have to do.
That'll do. Name a price, and then point me to the nearest cobbler because I think I'll have to get a pair of replacements.
Um, to enchant anything, he charges a minimum of 15,000 because it takes time, money, and effort.
Okay.
Other than that, for both of you guys, he'd give you a group rate, so we'd do 15,000 apiece, which is pretty decent. But he's going to tell you, unfortunately, with both of you, it's going to take a while. He does have somebody who can assist, but it's still going to take probably close to a month before he has them finished.
I can live with that time.
So I think Radget's gonna try and convince him, see if we can't get him coming with us, uh, helping out the effort, as it were.
You can certainly try.
I'd say, bud,
Wait.
it's gonna be a while before you get done here, and I think your efforts can really help us out in this war against chaos. And I think we can use some people like you in the mainland.
Roll a persuasion check. Oof, that sucks. Even with advantage, it's the same damn roll.
Sorry, guys, I'm back.
All good.
Welcome back.
It's going to cost you 15,000 to get your item enchanted, but
Okay.
you'll be without it for about a month.
It's fine.
Oh,
Not a
okay.
fan of that. My boots they'll be fine.
Your boots, but I think he's enchanting a weapon.
Are you talking to me or talking to him?
You.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, if you want to use a secondary weapon or go pick up like a cheap bow for a little while, to use that, because he tells you to enchant an item, it's going to take him a month to enchant it alone. And he says that that's literally all he'd be doing most of that time.
Okay. That means I'd have to come back to Lashburn, though.
Correct.
What's wrong with Lashburn, man?
Well, nothing's wrong with Lashburn. I mean, we're just going back to Pinnerum. I'd have to take a boat just to come back and pick up a longbow.
Yep.
True.
Or you can just wait till you get to, or you can wait till you get
Surely
to Penn and buy a better bow.
I was gonna say we probably have like stuff there.
Let's do that then. I'll tell him thanks, but no thanks.
Okay. He does look at you still. Do you still want your boots enchanted?
Oh, definitely yes.
Very well.
First, I'm going to go and buy some new, nicer boots that haven't been worn as like these, and then I'll leave those there.
Okay. As for you, Razik, he goes, I am not a combat-oriented individual. I do enchantments, and that's my entire focus. I would be almost
I
worthless to you.
understand.
I would probably get in your way more than I'd be helpful.
Oh, hey, come on. Come on,
Don't talk
pal.
about yourself like that, man.
AKA the DM is not going to have a goddamn NPC running around with you, because that's one more guy I have to track. I track enough.
Fair enough.
No, I mean, if you guys want him to come, he will, but he will be really worthless because he is an enchanter specifically. Hold on, let me get his sheet.
One day we'll have an episode where we don't spend the first hour and a half just fucking grinding to upgrade our shit.
Let's see if he actually would be worthwhile for you guys.
Roll some stats. I hope he rolled like 3 18s and he's like buff as all hell, super smart.
Nope. I'm using a digital Dungeon Masters character sheets. It's just easier because they're already set up. Wow, he would be... Well, he's got a couple of decent spells, but he would pretty much be worthless for you guys. Oh no, you want
We
him
have
along.
dragons.
You want him along.
Yes,
Can I-
we do.
Can our dragons just enchant stuff?
Yeah, but nobody's ever asked.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
Our dragons are like the most powerful sorcerers we know. Why aren't we just asking them?
Excuse me.
Please 1v1 your dragon right now. Please, I'll step aside. Everyone clear the way. Razik's gonna fight.
Hold on.
In all fairness, non-magical entities, aka not including dragons, Razik is probably a pretty powerful sorcerer within his own right.
It's pretty powerful.
But when you compare it,
You wanna
when you
see?
compare it against a dragon, it's a whole different ballgame.
You know what? I'm gonna talk to Kenway in my mind and see if he can enchant my weapon.
Yeah, I guess I can. What do you want on it?
Either acid or poison.
I'll do poison. It's easier.
How long would it take?
Off and on during the trip, I should be able to have it done by the time we get back to Penryn.
That'll work.
Wow, wait, he can really do that? Fang, can you do the same?
Fang goes, yeah, you just never bothered to ask. You guys forget that we are magical and have the ability to do things like that.
It's not that we forget, we never knew in the first place.
You never asked.
I definitely forgot.
Never asked.
Before, can I take my gold back
Yeah,
and my
we'll
new
just,
boots?
we'll just say you had this conversation before you talked to the guy, and then once you realize, you're like, oh, fuck that then.
Hey, sorry.
So yeah, you guys will get your stuff enchanted on the way back. You guys take a boat back to Penryn?
Yep.
Okay. They will charge you a minimal fee, considering they're already going to Penryn, but they're going to charge you a fee for, basically because you're on board. Total,
Are we
they're going
on,
to
like, a
charge.
time crunch.
No.
Sorry. Okay.
I look at Fang as we're like, setting up the charter for this, and I say, I don't suppose you could teleport us at all.
Yeah, we can. We already.
Save this trip.
I could, but come on, you guys aren't in a hurry.
If I remember,
The world's ending, though.
Oh, the world's always ending.
they would wear them out.
Might as well.
What extra ending now?
Fine, hold
Now
on.
you're cutting up.
Yeah, you're cutting up something fierce, Mark.
Yeah, I understand it all.
Man, you need to get back on your desktop, man. That laptop is definitely not working for you.
I think
Are you using Discord the browser or
Hello?
Discord the program?
Are you using the browser or the program, Mark?
I'm using the program, the
Okay.
app.
Oh, that's weird. It should be working.
It comes in and out, like voice connection's real bad.
Yeah, I mean, you're breaking up something fierce at
It
some,
goes up and down.
like, just now, you're gone all rubato on us. The dragons agree they'll teleport you back to Penryn. They do ask where.
I think we ought to go back to Kazgarim where the dynamic duo are stored.
Alright.
What's for me?
You guys all, like, go down, like, an alleyway because, you know, magic.
Don't want people to start swarming us, asking us for like transportation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
So,
do we? How much can we charge?
we got better things to do.
the dragons look at you and like, I'm not a fucking transportation service.
It was a joke.
You guys walk into the alleyway, and then poof, you guys appear in outside Kazgrim out of respect for the dwarves. But you guys are like right outside their gate, which shocks the shit out of the poor guards who are just standing there.
Hi.
At ease. Just
Hey, you mind to open up the gate for us?
He swirls his hand around, and you can hear the portcullis opening.
Much obliged.
Yep. All right, you guys get back into Kazgrim. Let me get you back on the right continent now.
Hey,
a
we're back, baby.
Hey, look at that! Your avatars are still there.
Let's go and find Jimmy and
Shayna.
Shayna.
Okay. You.
What was the relationship again?
Hmm?
Were they related in any way, or
Brother and sister.
You don't see the family resemblance?
okay? Yeah, let's go find them.
Okay. You managed to find him. Jimmy is busy at the forge while Shayna's just sitting there bored off her ass watching.
I want to update them on the whole demon situation. I want to ask them if would y'all have it in your power to be able to teleport us and this demon to their respective plane of existence so we can kill them for good?
They look at
I
you.
think we'd
very
have to
confused.
find it first.
Remember,
They look. What now?
they look at you confused because they have no way to do any kind of teleporting. You realize that they don't have a lot of magic. If they did, they wouldn't be stuck here waiting on you guys to help them.
When I ask them, well, how'd you get here anyway?
We had help from the other
Had a
side.
scroll.
Yeah, someone read a scroll and opened up the door for us.
Oh,
Apparently, it
thinking
got wrong. Mental note: make sure your inflection is correct. Apparently.
thinking back.
I have an
who-
idea.
What's that?
Did we ask our dragons if they can teleport us into another plane?
They probably could, but
I asked my dragon if he can teleport
Yeah.
us into another.
I look
plane.
at Fang on my shoulder and I just
are they mad at us? Yeah.
Yeah, we can do it.
We need to make use of them, you know.
The dragons are
I mean-
thinking. Dragons are thinking of going on vacation.
You're cutting up.
You're cutting up really badly. Like there'll be bits and pieces where you're okay, but then you'll just go hog wild. Yeah, just type it out. Makes it easier. I'm assuming you're hearing us fine. Okay. Well, I don't get it. It's just acting really weird on your end. Karis, are you still with us over there?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. You're just so quiet.
Well, I don't really have a lot to add on to the story right now.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, I was actually just about to ask Kersey. We do need to keep to our word and try and get our friends back on track for their mission. I'm sure that it's a little bit more time sensitive than what we're dealing with. Do you know, like, of any mages historically, or which of the races might house some of the more powerful casters?
Your dragon actually go. We know the spot, but if we take you there, you guys cannot remember it.
Why?
Because it's secret.
Oh, that's fair.
That makes sense. Now we won't remember it, or
No, you'll remember
won't.
it. I'm just asking you not to remember it. We're not going to
Oh.
wipe your memory or anything. We just want you to pretend you never saw it.
I think I can do that.
And yes, we can teleport you to other planes.
And unwilling creatures.
I think
Yeah.
unwilling might be the distinguishing factor.
The unwilling part it makes it a little more awkward, but yeah, we can still do it.
Now, I might have a spell or two up my sleeve that might help the situation, make them a bit more willing, sort of.
Are you sure it'll work? Because Kersey's magic just seemed to wash over him with no effect.
Was that right? The charm or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Which occasion are you referring to?
The Rakshasa.
That was natural charm, and I also used
Oh,
inspiration.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, natural charm is different than using a spell. But you
you're
do
so good at it. I couldn't tell the difference between like a spell and just you flirting with somebody.
Carrie, she's just that damn good. Yeah, the dragons are curious. What plane do you want to go to? Since Galatas
Well-
did ask.
Well, if we'd have to identify their original plane of existence, which, from what I understand, would be one of the 9 hells.
Okay.
mean, if I'm not too keen on going straight to hell for no reason,
what? Come on!
Well,
Don't
the
be a spoil
reason-
sport.
That's the only way they can die. Otherwise, they'll just come back.
well, from what he
And
told us, they
with
die here and then they go to hell weakened.
and then they come back stronger and with a vendetta against
not
whoever sent them
stronger.
back.
Angrier. If we simply just kill them and then go to hell, they'll be much weaker, easier to deal with. To take them there at full strength might actually be more of a danger. They'll know the
We-
territory better than us.
It's basically like a risk. Like we'd have to either hope that we can kill it when it surprises us here, and then go to hell while it's weakened there, right? So we'd have to basically let it attack us, and then hope that we can kill it. Otherwise, I mean, how are we going to track down a fucking Rakshasa?
I'd
Do we have a
say-
way to see through illusions?
What's up?
Do we have a way to see through illusions?
Uh,
He seemed to be able to
I
change
can-
his form.
I believe the dragons can just.
I can dispel magic and counterspell.
Well, then I like our chances here. This is our home.
How about
I'd
if
rather
we
fight
if we weaken him up, get him all bloodied till he's almost nearly dead, then bring him back to the his plane, kill him there, and then
I
head
don't
on
know
back.
the magics of the planes. Like, would being home back in hell just simply heal him?
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna. Can I do a knowledge check on that?
Sure.
Would that be history or arcana or what?
What are you actually trying to figure out again?
Whether or not a demon would get healed if it just popped back into its home plane.
If it just jumps back into its home plane,
We could find out if we.
do an Arcana check.
Damn.
We could just because they have to be willing to teleport, right? Is what
Yes.
we figured out. So
Well,
it would
it's
only be willing.
easier.
Oh, is it really? Okay.
They
But
can-
I have a spell that can help that out a little bit.
Well, and the dragons have a different set of magic rules they follow. They can do an unwilling subject. They just prefer not to. It's easier to do a willing one because an unwilling can alter things.
Well, here's my point. The temple still has at least a few of those gemstones, the keys. We can't afford to just try and find a shapeshifter on a single continent full of people. I think we have to at least procure those gems first. I mean, who knows? Cronons seem to know that the dwarves had keys. Who's to say that he isn't aware of the ones at the temple? He could send his own people to secure it if we're not fast enough. I'm just saying that we should go here first.
Yeah, I mean it's a good point, but on the other hand, something to consider is that we'll always have this looming threat over our heads until we go and deal with it. And the keys we don't necessarily need to go and grab because we already have the one, and we only need the one, I think, if I'm remembering right.
Everybody roll a perception check.
Oh,
no. Jimmy's hands are backwards.
oh, God damn it! I guess that'd make it easier, actually. Really, that'd just solve what we're talking about.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
These rolls, man.
I just want to say that I still rolled better than Kerosene, technically.
Technically, yes. Okay. Well, most of you hear it. The others, Galetus is too off in his own little world at this point. But the rest of you hear there is a commotion at the front gate.
Oh no.
What kind of, what's the sound? Like a clash of metal?
As you guys are because you guys have just walked in, so you guys are, continuing on your way, having this discussion as you guys are walking. And then the next thing you see is numerous armed dwarves come running by you, at a full sprint.
I'm not about to be outrun by a dwarf in heavy armor. I'm trying to beat them there and see what's happening.
Yep,
Friends of ours, I'm
I'm
assuming.
gonna ride Chrono and I guess a horse form back to the gate.
Okay.
I'll jump on.
As you guys get to the gate, as you guys get to the gate, here's something you didn't think you'd see. There is a flag of Chronons flying, but they're also flying a white flag as well.
Oh, this could be
Mm,
terrible or very good.
are they
How many?
outside the gate?
How many we're looking at?
4.
4 people.
Yep, just 4 people.
I look at Fang. Can you see through illusions?
Yeah.
You and the others? Do you
Yeah.
see anything wrong with this?
No, they are what they look like. It's also a flag of
Well.
parley. White is both a parley and surrender.
Razik, do you still have the authority to act for the city?
I sure do.
Well, let's go out and meet them.
I want to take a party of good fighters along with us.
You get a small
Yeah, meet
handful of
them.
guys with you.
Outside the city.
On the bright side, we were warned about Varrock being powerful, but he would never surrender, so this couldn't be a demon's shapeshifted form.
As you guys approach, it is 2 humans and 2 elves.
Who are you and what's your purpose here?
We come to talk with the king.
Well, you can talk with us.
They talk amongst themselves briefly.
They turn around and huddle up.
Yeah, pretty much.
It didn't work. What do we do now?
Fuck. No. The one who's been doing all the talking, one of the humans. He's male. He looks probably about mid-30s, maybe late 40, maybe late 30s. It looks like a fighter-esque type person. The other three with him look more like they're wearing robes and whatnot. So they look probably like clerics or priests, something.
Any marks on the robes that can help us identify who they worship, or is it
Anything
Yeah.
religious?
They're all wearing chronons.
Just chronons?
okay? That's
Oh boy.
I look at the group and I recall how Max's dagger seemed to be like something for him to see or hear through, and I whisper to them with the bond, Ixnay on the Easke.
Redick thinks for a minute.
Damn strange languages.
Stop speaking Elvish in my head.
The
Okay.
human goes, very well. We come to warn you of a much larger threat than us. We are actually withdrawing our forces from everywhere.
Gonna insight that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I'm gonna insight the shit out of that. Do I have advantage on that? This
Why?
is come on. This is because
You
I'm
ha-
amazing. I'm
Because you're amazing.
Yeah.
Zone
just
of
that.
truth?
No, I don't got shit. I do have that actually. Yeah. Well, pow! Throw down a. Well, let me check the stats real quick.
Does it seem like
Pow!
they're lying?
That's the stats.
Yeah,
That's how I.
they can't lie. They can't lie. The catch is they do know that something is being cast. They can avoid certain questions if they don't want to lie. And unless they have a decent enough arcana, they're not going to know what type of spell's being cast. They just know something's being cast.
Oh, I don't make it a secret. I'm sorry. I was gonna do like this whole thing, even if it doesn't have like a what's the component where you use your hands and stuff.
Semantic.
Somatic.
That's the one. I was gonna do a whole big production where I like slam my hands on the ground, and I think is it too late? Even though I didn't say it.
No, I'll say you guys would have prepared ahead of time to go out and see these people.
You slap the ground with a symbol, and you're just like zone of truth.
That's what I was gonna do, but if we're being all surreptitious about it, I mean, they said they surrendered.
No, they haven't said they surrendered. Throwing up a white flag
Well,
of parlay.
They said they're pulling out all their troops, so they're not surrendering.
The white flag
They're
of
just leaving.
surrender.
They're
The
just
white.
they're just completely leaving our world. They're not retreating.
An affected creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie. So it knows it knows a spell is being cast on it, and if it wants to lie, it will, sin of omission kind of thing. They can work around it.
Okay, then I totally do a whole big production. I like do some Naruto like hand gestures, and then I do a big wheel around my head like I'm in Sailor fucking Moon, and then I slap the ground 5 palm style.
Okay. What
and,
is your
and then nothing.
what is your spell DC?
It is 16.
They fail it,
Yeah.
so they are required to tell the truth.
The whole
Did it
truth
seem
and
like
nothing
they
but-
were telling the truth before?
We can ask them again.
With your insight, they seem to be completely honest about it.
I'm going to ask them, why would you, servants of Chronons, come here and warn us of this ahead of time? What do you have to gain from this?
We figured you'd want to know because once he's done messing with us, he's coming after you guys. You're the only ones left.
Who is this creature, person?
Giant red dragon with a scar on the left side of his face.
Oh gods.
Oh, we met him. Not fun. Do we have his name? I don't
Yeah,
think so.
you were told his name. Because you guys asked. Actually, Kerosene asked, and Kerosene found out the answer.
Oh, I see.
I think he ended up telling you guys. I think you found out the dragon's name is Star.
Ah,
Kersey asks, what are we the only ones left of?
Well, between the two major factions on the world, it's either our forces or your forces. Once he's done playing with ours, who do you think he's coming to next?
Is he killing all of your forces?
Something much worse.
ooh.
Eating them?
Sending
Oh,
you
man.
all back to hell?
No, he's turning them into slaves.
Through
Aren't they already,
magical?
The-
Oh, burn!
what'd she say?
Aren't they already, though?
Oh. The gentleman just shrugs. We came to warn you, that's all. You want to take it, take it. If you don't, don't. But when he comes calling, just remember we warned you. They start turning around. and start-
Whoa, where do you think you're going?
Yeah, no.
No.
Did Jimmy and... Shit, I can't remember the sister's name.
Shayna.
Jimmy and Shayna. Did they come with us?
Nope.
No.
Not they're
I-
concerned. They're still busy. Jimmy's still busy working in the forge. Dwarves are happy with him right
Gotcha.
now.
Okay.
What do you guys do? They're gonna walk off. You can say "whoa" all you want.
Oh, we're
but
saying no.
Yeah, you're not stopping them either.
Well, we have many, many guards, so we're doing that.
They wouldn't have let you get that
Nope.
close.
What
You can
do
try
you
and. They were far enough away. Like they stood outside the gate and they let you guys come out to them,
Ah.
but they weren't going to let those those guys come around them. The minute they
We're-
started moving, they backed up a little bit. Well, they wanted to talk to the king. Razak said you could talk to me, and so they're just relaying the message. They could care less what happens after that.
You can keep walking and die, or you can come back here and live. And hold on, let me go ahead and do a intimidation roll with that.
I thought you were going to try and go for an imitation roll.
Yeah, I know.
do that?
That's performance.
Hey, that's actually pretty good.
It's a great impression you've done.
Yeah. The human stops.
Come on back here.
It would be like your forces to attack somebody in the back when they come under a banner of truce.
Oh,
We-
please.
We should have known that the dwarves can't keep their word.
You know you serve an evil god, right? So let's step down from the high horse real quick.
Yes, but then wouldn't you be just like us?
No.
No.
No, not really.
Not really. No.
No.
Yes, you would if you're attacking men who came
No.
under here under banner of truce. That's funny.
No.
There's a big gap between murdering the entire world and stabbing evil doers.
Yeah.
Galahad, they do have a point in the fact that they came here to bear a message, and they have not waged war. Do they even carry weapons right now?
Yeah, but you can actually see they actually have the peace knots on them.
They haven't even their weapons are properly sealed as per articles of war. They
I mean, we don't have to kill them. I'm just saying they're not leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very well. He looks
Right
to
now.
one of the men. You hear something
wait,
being
wait.
cast.
Uh,
I'm giving you a
I'm
chance.
going-
This is your one chance to do something because you guys are giving them no
What did you
option.
say, sir?
I'm going to try and
The
use
option-
counter song to cut through the spell.
The option was to just give themselves up peacefully.
They're not going to give themselves up. They didn't come to surrender. They came to warn you.
If they were smart, they would surrender.
Can I?
Kill Dory behind
We got
him
a-
and
literally
far enough
an
away that it won't
entire
be in
army,
harm's
like-
way.
They realize like that this is definitely death, like for sure.
Well, I'm letting you guys, like I said, you guys have this brief chance. You hear one of the ones in the robes begin casting something. Actually, roll an
Oh.
Arcana check there, Razik, because you should be able to recognize it.
Can do. All right.
Kerosene leaves.
No, Kerosene Dimension Doors.
What's going on?
Okay, he was actually casting Teleport.
Oh
So-
hell no!
I have to roll the sword to meet it.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't worry, he's got counterspell going. And it works.
To use dispel magic.
I've canceled the spell.
Yeah, he did cancel the spell.
Oh,
Hell
okay.
yeah.
You see the guy look over. He doesn't know who did it. He just looks over and just kind of
I had
glares.
to run up to him. If it wasn't targeting me, I ran up to him and slashed the sword.
Ah, okay.
I'm
I'm
gonna
just
say
gonna-
this one more time.
Yeah.
Give yourselves up, or you can die.
This isn't a threat. You are not going to be mistreated. You're probably going to meet with the king as you intended.
The leader of the group turns and looks at the others. Do as they say. They all kind of shrug. They turn around.
Wise move.
Good
All
move,
right.
Reindeer Games.
I'm gonna go ahead and have the fighters tie them up, disarm them, all that, and tell them to keep an eye on the magic ones
Okay.
and
Do we
gag
have-
them too as well, so they can't do no
They,
purpose.
they nod.
Is there some sort of area within the city that's like
Yeah, they have a
a place
prison.
they can't teleport? Yeah. Okay.
Wow, this is extremely worrying news. We need to get back to Jimmy and Shayna and ask if there's any way to lead a star out of our plane.
We have the cards.
But they're within the
Well-
city. You guys can just
Yeah.
walk back to meet them.
Quick walk. Magic. You can't use magic to solve everything, Garrison.
Au contraire,
Sure
my
you can.
friend. It's worked very well for me. So
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
me too, to be fair.
wrong group to say this to.
I just had our dragons teleporters instead of taking a boat. I'm on the wrong side of this argument.
Yep. Okay. They escort him to the prison.
And I'll try and catch up with Jimmy and Shayna while they use their fancy schmancy magic cards.
all right,
Yeah,
that's all done with. I want to talk to everybody about going after some of those demon generals.
Did we have any more questions for these prisoners of ours?
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and ask them about the demon generals' home planes.
Might as well, yeah. I'm surprised Chronon's the god is backing off from this thing. I'm kind of asking him about that too.
Well, I think it's more his forces. He's sealed away. He can't be accessed or intervened directly without the keys.
Ooh, I thought he had like some influence, like outside. I don't know. DM, what was the scoop on that? Do we know? Like,
I think like the Argods were fighting him in like some otherworldly plane because they couldn't interact with the material realm very much.
Well, actually, this is before he was freed, so he's still locked in his prison. Remember, the most he
so
can
he has
do.
like
The most he can do is he can exert a little bit of influence, but it does take a lot out of him to do that. And this is what you guys have been told, is that he exerts his influence, but he can only do it to a certain point. So basically, he does it more to terrify his followers than, anything of real importance. Good question, Galudis.
I mean, at the moment, it definitely is.
Yeah.
You
It's a
guys
shame
find,
we can't just throw that dragon into the same cell as Cronons, let them kill each other.
You guys do
Prove
find
who's
Jimmy.
better.
You guys do find Jimmy and Shanna.
That dragon friend of yours is wreaking havoc on the continent.
He's
and,
not a friend of mine.
Well, I know, Jimitsu.
Forgive him. He takes things a little too literally. Continue.
He's striking down our enemies at the moment because they're more mobilized and armed in general. But it seems he will likely eventually make his way across the other territories.
He will.
How can we get him out? Why did he come here in the first place?
That I don't know. Getting him out is not the easy part. Like I said, on our home world, we were fighting to try and remove him, and we couldn't.
Well, he certainly came here willingly. We saw him tear open a hole and step out of it, crushing a city.
He might very well be looking for a new, lack of a better term, playground.
Is there nothing we could do to draw him to a different playground?
It's really up to him. I mean, we can try, but we have to have a way off this plane if he's going to follow us.
Well, we have our dragons here. I say we wait another few days and then and then complete the ritual to get you all out. At the moment, he's tearing through Cronon's forces, and that's only a boon for us.
Yeah, well, I mean, there are good things to him being around. He will keep things in check.
This is true. But for now, I think we should begin the preparations.
And Galitas does have a good question. What if the dragon and Chronons are working together?
Well, if that were the case, why would he be destroying his own forces at the point that 4 messengers left and came here?
Performance. What better way to convince everyone else than by defeating your own forces like that? Considering he already views them as pawns, it would make sense.
That is a terrifying theory.
I mean, there's no real reason why they would ever want to warn us. Like even if he was, like going to, it was that dangerous. There's no reason for us to be warned.
Well, Galitas, I think you were right, and Kersey, well, if this is him, if this is all part of a plan of his, Galitas and Kersey, I think you would be right, but I don't believe it is because
He doesn't work well with others. He's a very solitary creature. He will use people and he will turn them into slaves and then eventually make them into his spawn, which will be completely loyal to him.
So there is a magical influence to this slave.
Yes.
If we get him to leave, what happens to the slaves?
Don't really rightly know. He usually sacrifices them if they become, a burden on him.
Useless?
Yeah, he really could care less about anybody else but himself. He is the most selfish creature we've ever encountered.
Okay. Well, I just don't believe he's working with Cronons because we still
I
have a
don't
key.
think so either.
There are others out there, and it's too early in this game for him to decide to throw away the rest of his pawns.
Dragons don't generally work with other beings.
All your dragons go.
So-
I look behind me, yeah, and there's like these dragons behind us.
And then, but there are some very fine exceptions.
Very fun.
I feel like a long-term plan that could be working here is he is convincing us that even his troops are in danger, that possibly his troops could all, quote-unquote, turn good or side with us to defeat and again, quote-unquote, greater evil, only to turn their backs on us after gaining inside knowledge, defeat us, and then turn back around onto the dragon and kill the dragon.
Good luck. You hear Shayna say.
If that is the case, then it sounds like we've already lost either way.
On our world, we we have a lot more dealings with dragons than you guys have had, and we can't defeat him. And we have some pretty powerful beings and magic users abundant, and we still can't take him down. We did learn one nasty little fact. He loves other dragons when he's ripping their heart out and eating it and gaining their strength. All your dragons are like, what? No.
I just don't get like why the convoluted plan. Like that big dragon could literally come here and crush us right now, and there's like literally nothing we could do about it. So
Sure.
why have this big convoluted conspiracy basically to hit his own troops and do all this stuff when he could just, if they wanted, come here and smash us? I think we're here for some reason. Maybe they want us to go and collect these keys. I don't know why they don't just go and get them themselves. Maybe they can't. Maybe we're out here doing something for them that we don't know.
Probably having us collect the keys for them, and then
Yeah.
they'll kill us all, or have the dragon kill us, and then possibly convince someone to release Chronons that he's the only person who could kill the dragon or something.
But like that's like it's a good point. But why can't they just do it themselves? And this is the thing: we can do something that those two, the god and this massive dragon, can't. And I don't know what it is.
It's really
Too many
strong.
theories. I think we need to make a decision. I vote that we begin the preparations for our dragons to help Jimmy and Shayna get home,
We would appreciate that.
provided that they can try and find some way to lure the dragon with them.
Shayna sits and thinks for a little bit. Give me some time. I might have a way we can get his attention, but it's going to cost majorly.
I have one thought myself, if you're interested.
I'm listening.
The keys that we're pursuing are used to open and close the seal that keeps a god sealed away. They're potentially very powerful. If we were to give you one or two to take with you while we take care of the rest here, do you think that maybe they'd bear enough of a, I don't know, aura power that this dragon would sense them?
He is a big stickler for magical items and stuff like that. We've checked a few of his former hordes, and they were pretty magic heavy. He is a massive collector of that stuff. If they are powerful enough and they are keys to a prison which hold a god, yeah, that might draw his attention.
Then I think it's time we go back and visit the temple, take away any of the keys that are still embedded there. This could be perfect. I'm just sorry that we might end up sending him back to your home.
Yeah, we're used to him by now.
I suppose to just leave him here would be
very detrimental to the well-being of your dragons.
I was thinking more along the lines of the entire world.
That too. You guys are not, no offense, but you guys have not had enough dealings with combating dragons and powerful magic such as what Star wields to know how to handle him just yet. We at least have experience with him and know enough about him where we can keep him busy or maybe even send him somewhere else. I think I know a place where we can draw him in and he'd have a hard time getting out.
That Galeus, you actually have an interesting point. We still don't know why he came here. I look at Thing and I ask, now we know that this creature specifically himself is mad and a bit deranged, but if you were in a seat of great power, people feared you, why would you leave and go somewhere new?
Dragon hatchery.
You think he's here to spawn to procreate?
Do you remember? Wait, no, you wouldn't. Galahad, do you remember when we got our dragons?
Oh, yes, like it was yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, anyways.
I'm just excited.
The room with all the dragon eggs. Would
Yes.
you not want to hatch all of those and devour them and consume their power.
Oh my god, are they trying to get into the city?
They're too young. He doesn't go for the young ones because they haven't developed their powers. He wants the dragons that have most of their powers. In other words, like your dragons. But not just that. His spell that he has, we still don't know exactly what it is, but the spell that he has will convert any creature into a spawn of his, including other dragons.
So when you say spawn, do you just mean like half dragons, or are you or full dragons in his own image?
They start off slowly changing, subtle things here and there. Eventually, they will become half dragons. Some look kind of like what you call your dragonborn, but they eventually all become dragon spawn, which is worse than your dragonborn, but all very completely loyal to Star and only Star.
Creating an army.
They nod.
It sounds like he already had one.
No, he decided to cross the wrong tower, and we have towers that were specifically designed to deal with dragons, and he happened to cross the wrong one. He managed to survive, but much of his force was was decimated by one of those.
Building
Okay.
it back up.
Yep.
That's what it sounds like. But you're sure that if we were to give you like
Hmm?
2 or perhaps 3 of these keys, the magical signature they have could draw him away, get his attention?
Possibly. I can't say for certain. I mean, it would depend on what he's really here for. If he's just here for, like I said, to have a new playground, then he may not want to leave at all. It depends on how worthwhile he finds his planet. If he doesn't find it worthwhile enough, then he may just leave on his own. You don't know this dragon very well. He would do it just for shits and grins.
So if he's here for an actual purpose, then this plan wouldn't work at all.
Correct. And unfortunately, he's not going to tell us. He
And
may be red and he may be mean as hell, but he's very intelligent and
Maybe
he's not one of those that gives away the plan and to anybody. Like he keeps things definitely to himself. Everything
should we
we learn.
capture one of
Go ahead.
should we capture one of his generals, maybe?
a spawn.
You can try, but they're very loyal. They would just as soon die than give up.
We
any
have
information.
ways.
We have ways of making you joke.
So he does. So does
Um,
he. We've watched him kill somebody from distance just because they started to squeal. Apparently,
Well, let's not be negative. Come on.
I'm just saying. I mean, unless you can block that particular ability of his, we think it's part of the spell that he casts to change them into a spawn.
By
I'm-
looking at them.
No, he doesn't have to look at them. All he has to do is be able to scry on them in a way. And if they begin to reveal anything of importance, and we've seen this time and time again, which is why we know, he will do whatever he does, and they start screaming in pure agony.
I know
And-
there's a spell that you can not scry into.
Yeah. So in theory, we could just add on to the prison we already have, I'm sure, and make it anti-scryable if it isn't already, and then capture one of his generals in Zone of Truth and just interrogate him, pretty much.
That won't be easy. I mean, he's not going to let his people go until he's ready to put them on the march. If he's just collecting people now, then he's collecting them for an army. And if you think Cronon's army was bad, imagine everybody that's fully loyal to a being that is on the plane that can exert his will.
This is what I'm worried about. I'm
Yeah.
terrified. I'm terribly torn. I wish we could just go and face him, but it's obviously not as simple as that. He's too powerful.
We've tried.
If only we'd have more time to prepare, to train.
There's only
to-
two people I know that have ever managed to at least kick his ass a little bit, and one of them gave him that scar on his face.
Well, it's nice to know he's not entirely invincible.
I gave him the
Oh, don't misunderstand. He can die. He just takes a lot to kill.
I think that our best option at the moment is to get you two out of here. Let others know that he's preparing an army.
Who gave him the sword?
Perhaps.
Sir.
That is a good question.
A being by the name of Lothos Weatherspoon. He is a... You don't have a term for it. Best term I could say is he's a half-dragon. And a loyal follower to a good deity.
Sorry, how did you say it? I wasn't done my. I apologize. Thank you.
Lothos Witherspoon.
Tell me that he's a fucking gnome. Say
Nope.
the words.
I just
A
said he's
name like
half-dragon.
Weatherspoon is not a gnome.
No, he's
Well,
a
I
half-dragon.
mean, he could have been. He could be a short half dragon. They
No.
go through a ritual sometimes to become. Damn it!
What's the other half?
Yeah, what's the other half?
Human.
No.
Is there any way to, I don't know, get us more time? Can you take us somewhere,
What do you
I don't
mean?
know, away from him?
Hyperbolic time chamber. Let's Dragon Ball Z it up.
There are ways around. There are ways to train within a short period of time, but you cross boundaries that
Montages?
that
Hell yeah.
certain deities will not like very much. Messing with stuff like time manipulation tends to bother deities.
I grab onto my pendant of Xavier and I say, with manipulation of time as an alternative to just letting this creature, letting a
Accessory.
second Chronons burn and sunder the world. Is it truly something that you would forbade? I'm closing my eyes, just like grasping, and I'm trying to feel any sort of response.
Everybody but Steel, make a perception check. Mainly because Steel's busy. Look at these rolls, man. What the hell?
God,
We're on top of it.
I
What's
know.
up with this? Why are we fighting?
Because then it'd be shitty
I attack
rolls.
Galahad.
Let's do it.
Then it'd be shitty rolls. You guys are getting like ones and stuff for your attacks, but you can see everything. You can see everything, you just can't hit.
Hell yeah.
You guys notice that it seems like the world around you has seemed to have stopped for a moment. And there's a seemingly almost out of nowhere you see an armored individual appear. The symbol of the phoenix emblazoned on his chest plate. Not slow down, more like stop.
And I still got my eyes closed, holding on to the
Yeah,
pendant, like,
Steel's like, do 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 do. I'm waiting on an answer. Do,
any
do, do, do.
response? That
Sorry.
feeling when you text somebody and they take so long.
We saw a figure, sorry.
Yeah, you guys see what looks
With-
like a humanoid type figure in full plate mail, and on his chest plate you see the symbol of the phoenix, which you guys are familiar with because Steel's a follower of Xavier.
Ooh. He's just chilling there. Is he coming towards us or anything?
He's walking right towards you guys.
Ugh.
How
You
far
notice-
how close does he get before I notice?
He gets probably within 10 feet before you realize something's wrong. You notice it got
Yeah, I
really
feel very
quiet.
warm. Yeah, it's really quiet, and I just feel very warm.
Yeah, suddenly.
Weird. I open my eyes and I say, guys, I don't think it worked. Oh my.
Yeah.
I think I'd follow Galitas and I'd bow too.
The gentleman approaches. Lord Steele, I've come to deliver a message.
I'm shocked to get such a personal response. What's the message?
In order to do what you are asking, it would require Kronos' permission to do the time manipulation, and Kronos is not big on letting things like that happen. He may want something in return.
The alternative is for him to lose the entire world he's fought to conquer.
Not-
Mutual destruction is the
not
alternative.
Chron-
Perhaps we could.
Not Chronons, Kronos, the god of time itself.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misheard you.
You know. Yes, the Greek god of time.
Was Cronus responsible at all for the creation of Fortis?
Kronos is responsible for time within the entire universe.
Oh, yes.
He's one of the major deities. One of the original founding members, so to speak.
The fact that you're here means that Xavier himself doesn't see a problem with my
He
plan.
Doesn't see too much of a problem with it. He just said that in order for that to happen, it would require Kronos' permission. Kronos' permission, and that's iffy at times. He does say that the threat that the two outsiders, and he looks over to Jimmy and Chaina, are speaking of, this star, is a much more direct threat to you than Chronons and his forces. And by the way, they weren't lying. They are retreating their forces. They're gathering their armies in one spot to try and defend against the power of this dragon.
And for us to join them really wouldn't make a difference against this creature, from what we hear.
Yes and no. It wouldn't make it
What could
worthwhile.
possibly... Right. It would
You're-
just be throwing away our lives.
Pretty much. Your best course of action is to attempt to try and lure him off the realm. Because he is smart enough to know that there are rules that the deities must follow, and which is why he can basically run roughshod over you guys. He is of the power level where he could be considered a god if he wanted to. The problem is he doesn't, and that should terrify you.
I imagine the idea of non-interference would just bore him.
Yeah.
Less slaughter.
He definitely relishes the fact that he can be there firsthand for it.
I don't understand. Is there any way to... I don't know much of this Cronus. Is there any way to negotiate with him? Could the other gods aid us in it? Oh, I mean, what could we
Aso-
offer, say, to
Asa would
an
be
ageless...
Asa would be your best bet in order to talk to him. Asa is one of the other founding gods, and would be the only one who might have some leeway with him. So you might want to step into a temple to Asa, which there is one here, and see if he isn't willing to put in a good word.
I think I turned the group. I think that our best bet is for you all to try this. While I am a devoted servant to Xavier, I'm not familiar much with these other religions. Fang and I can go and try and retrieve the keys from the temple.
Galetus, you figured out that this isn't Xavier himself. This is probably one of Xavier's avatars. So one of
Or
one
an
of
angel
Xavier's
or something.
Yeah, one of Xavier's champions, or one of the Celestials that was called down. Pretty fucking impressive. No,
I wonder
he is,
if you're like,
he is not a threat to the gods and goddesses because he doesn't want to be in that realm. The only threat he is to the followers of those gods and goddesses.
he likes to be a big fish in in a small pond,
Correct.
so that he can kill off the rest of the fish
Exactly.
and find a new pond.
To start all over again, yes. But with this new encounter, the deities are suddenly wondering if they shouldn't even the odds against Star.
In what way?
They haven't decided yet, but from what I gather, ways to at least make sure that if you score a hit on Mr. Star, that he won't soon forget it. Shayna's like, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, it sucked.
To hit him and run away, you mean?
Uh, when he got hit, he's smart enough to retreat when he knows the battle is being lost, but he damn sure will try and take as many people out with him before he goes.
Right. And the problem is that Fortis isn't prepared to fight such a creature.
Not as of right now. You guys are not prepared for that kind of battle yet.
If we would have to go and find this Cronus and try and get his permission, what if we do something else? What if a cage not as strong as the one that holds Chronons, but perhaps something that would just seal him for a bit of time, long enough for us to prepare, perhaps to collaborate with Jimmy and Shayna's worlds. Could this be done?
It would take a lot.
Temporary prison. Something to hold him back for some time.
He's not easy to entrap. He won't fall for things easily enough. And anything he deems might be a threat, he'll send his minions first.
And what if we occupy them?
And then he will look at it from afar to see if it's truly a worthy effort on his part. If not, then he won't deal with it.
What if we simplified it? We didn't ask for the gods to simply grab him and shove him in the box, but to trap him somewhere. He seems to like playing. If our group here was to go and assault his new spawn, impress him a bit, and he came to fight us, could you create something around the spot he lands, someplace around us?
It requires a sacrifice, much like what it took to imprison Chronons. It would require at least one person willingly giving up their life in order to seal the prison.
That doesn't sound too hard to find.
They'd have to be of decent enough power level.
Ooh.
There are still a few on this realm that can do it, but getting them to do it for the possibility of something happening and not the guarantee of something happening is the catch.
Gladys asks, how about one of us?
You guys might be willing. You guys might. He sits and thinks. Possibly. Maybe. It would have to be enough of a. It'd have to be enough of a powerful soul, so to speak, in order to do it. the easier bet would just be to talk to Kronos and see what he's willing to work out.
Well, let's cover all our bases. The next few days, we'll send Shayna and Jimmy away with a few of the stones, and then we can go and meet Cronus if Star doesn't follow them.
Well, you're going to have to get Star's attention first, which means you're going to have to draw him out, which isn't going to be easy. However, since he has personal experience with those two, they might have a chance of kick-starting the fire in him, so to speak.
Well, let's keep convincing the God of Time as our plan B. For now, let's retrieve the gems and prepare for an assault on a ancient, monstrous dragon's army. Galahad, are you prepared for something like this?
I just like that. That's a plan. That's plan B. We'll go talk to the God of Time. Just pop over.
You know, yeah.
I guess if we have to, we'll go converse with the
God,
God
I
of
guess.
I guess.
Time. Plan B, though. Definitely not plan A. I'm sorry.
I have to pee so bad. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Also, congratulations for that information, Twitch viewers.
Are we able to take a little break? Actually, I need to eat food.
Yeah, we can take a quick 10
If
minute.
possible, we could wait a little bit. It's up to
Yeah.
you guys.
No, we could take a quick 10 minute. Let everybody go to the bathroom,
Awesome.
get something to eat real quick, something like that. So we'll
Perfect.
take.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, we'll take it. It's a good time to take a quick 10, anyways. So we'll take a quick 10, and then
Right.
everybody gets a chance.
For tomorrow, I'm trying to make a list of what we need to do. Do you know what you want to do tomorrow? I'm trying to put things around the house. I was gonna do it when I came home tomorrow. Okay. And then you can get the pants out of the closet.
Can you hear me?
I'm here.
What?
Am I coming in clear?
Yep. Poor Kersey.
Is she tired or sick?
Tired.
Must have been a long day at work.
Probably.
I start my work this coming week, so I'll inform you. I'm gonna ask for Sundays off, but hopefully I'll be home in time for Thursday. I'll let you know in advance if I can't.
Okay.
Did you hear me?
Yep.
I live. All right. So what's the plan? Going
Well,
to kill a bunch of spawn, right?
you're gonna be short Kersey though. She had to go.
Oh.
She's tired.
Well, I don't know. Do we do it or not?
It's up to you guys if you want to.
So what's Plan A? I know what Plan B is.
Plan A is get his attention, and then have the dragons send off Jimmy and Shayna with the
Can you make me some
with a couple of the keys for Kronos to sell. Kronon sell
Yay. Just butter with it.
to get his attention. Hope that that 3
Please.
divine tier magic items attract his attention, and he
2
follows
for
them.
now. And then Plan B is go talk to Kronos.
Yeah. Could the dragons do that, like in a field with a lot of blood shed? Could they focus and
It's called blood magic.
But could they do that? Like, just cast? Is it like going to be a standard action, or is this going to have to be like a minute casting, an hour?
What?
The spell to send Shayna and Jimmy home.
Nah, it wouldn't take very long at all. It's basically like an action.
Okay. Well, I'd rather like to prepare first, so let's move on the foot and or horseback and start heading over. It's supposed to be around here. Where's the dragon now?
No, the dragon is on another continent right now. The 4 that came to see you were from Outpost Biketi. They basically came to tell you, and then they were going to leave and then get their shit and unass the area. So basically, they came to warn you, and then they were going to leave, and then they were going to leave Penryn.
Well, I say we draft a message to the king explaining what's happening and our plan, and head off.
Okay. I think we're on a quick. Well, I said when you said you had to go to the bathroom, I figured we'd take a quick 10. So yeah, may still have a few minutes. That might be why it's kind of quiet too.
Okay.
Well, I can't talk because my microphone keeps going out.
Well, we came in pretty clearly that time.
I was gonna say.
I know, but I keep going in and out, so in case I go robot, I'd rather just type it.
Makes sense.
And it keeps me quiet because Connor is trying to get him to sleep, but right
So we
now he
hear-
just
Gotcha.
keep talking.
Kids.
He's singing that song.
I think we're waiting on Razik to come back and Jesse to come back.
I'm here.
Oh, never mind. So we're just waiting on Galahad to show the hell up. Freaking slacker. He did say he was hungry.
Okay, Mick.
There he
I'm
is.
very hungry, yes, sir.
Did you bring enough for the rest of us?
No, it's still in the oven, unfortunately.
Bastard.
Then you can't have any.
Not yet.
You must share. What are you having?
Okay. Shitty pizza because I can't be fucked to cook, and I have to go to bed right after this game.
Ah, gotcha.
Anyways. Oh, we lost a member.
Yeah,
We're down
Casey
one
had to
bar.
go. She's
Oh,
tired.
yeah. Alrighty.
There's an
Okay,
army to
so-
kill, though.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that.
Probably best. I hate to say this, but if our dragons show themselves, they'd probably just risk their lives. No, it's
what's
practically.
happening now?
If our dragons revealed themselves on this battlefield, it's almost guaranteed that they'd just be
Well,
killed and their
Is there
hearts
an army
eaten.
outside of the
If-
gates right now?
No.
If
a different
if our
continent.
dragons can see through illusions, then this dragon certainly can.
Well,
They all agree.
does it count if they've just changed their shapes like this? Is that an illusion that they can see through?
No. Polymorph type spell. It's not an illusion. It's an actual shifting of their body. So, like when they're in like their horse form or anything else.
I mean, out of character, I know it, but
Well, in character, they tell you no. With what we're doing, it's called polymorph. We physically change our makeup, so it's not an illusion. So they wouldn't see through it. All they would see is us in whatever form we took.
okay.
But
Could you still cast a spell to send them away?
Yeah.
So it sounds like we're gonna have to fight these spawns ourselves, which I'm all ready for.
Someone say
but-
fight. Let's do that. Let's go do that. Let's fight something.
All right. Are we taking a boat this time?
I think probably not. I think we're on a time crunch.
the figure who hasn't left yet, by the way, goes, well, the good news is, with the way he's going, it will take some time for him to develop any kind of standing army.
Well, that is fantastic, actually.
Yeah.
I like our chances much better this way.
Like even
Shane,
sorry.
Shana goes, he took a long while on our homeworld before he really came after anybody. He's probably only going after Chronon's forces because they just happen to be in an area he picked.
Well,
Oh,
I'm
so-
never one to... What were you saying? Jesse.
we might not necessarily like have something he wants, or eventually will have something he wants. He might have just randomly touched down, and that's where he started fucking shit up. Like a hurricane.
Pretty much.
This dragon is Hurricane Irma.
Oh boy. How'd you do with all that, by the way? If you don't mind me asking.
We were out of power for most of the day. It came back at like 10:30 at night. Or sorry, 9:30 at night.
Oh. That's
So I mean,
crappy.
we weren't out that long, but we know people who are still out of power as of right now.
That's
Oh,
pretty
wow.
brutal.
Yeah, and there are places that are saying that they may not even get power till like the 28th.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
You should move here.
90%.
No hurricanes.
90% of Florida was hit by Hurricane Irma.
Ugh.
Holy shit.
We just got a lot of rain here in West Virginia.
This is a dumb question. Just put it. How is Florida big compared to most of the other states? Or
It's about the same, it's about average size, I guess.
yeah,
They
It's
showed,
like
a
Texas.
long. It's a long shape.
yeah,
I see.
but they did a overlay of Hurricane Irma over Florida. She covered the entire state of Florida.
Shit.
That's how massive she was in size at her
Nice.
full power.
They did
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Katrina. She was so big you could put two Katrinas
Yes,
in front
damn. Anyway, sorry, D&D.
Yeah, anyways.
My bad.
But no, it's all good. Hadn't talked in a while, so fair enough to
Yeah, I was just curious.
randomly hop off topic for a minute.
All right, so
It is up to you guys what choice you make, but be warned that you will have time before he has any inkling of coming this way or doing anything to anybody else. Right now, he's currently consolidating his forces and building his army. You will have more than enough time because, from what I'm being made aware of, is the fact that his spell that Shayna here was telling you about does require an amount of time to cast and for it to fully take effect.
I think, Galetus, we do need to worry about the keys, but at the moment only as a lure to try and get his attention and get him off of our plane. The plan is we go in, get his attention as we slaughter his slaves, and then our dragons send home Shayna and Jimmy while as they hold 3 of the gems, hoping that the magic in them kind of draws his attention, as well as their identities.
Then if you guys are set on that course of action, then you guys are going to need to go to the continent of. Hold on, I gotta look because I can't remember where he's at. Goltorum.
I think I might be brain dead. What? So we're basically, why are we distracting him again? We're trying to get his attention for something.
You're
We're
trying
going
to
to
get
go
his.
and kill his slaves so we can get his attention, and then we send our dragons send Jimmy and Shayna home with 3 of the keys, hoping that the magic in them kind of draws him away, gets his attention, follows them back home where he was.
Does he need to be distracted? Like, does he just know they're teleporting or something? Or
We'd probably have to get close enough that he would be able to notice. I look at Fang for a
Yeah.
moment. How close would a dragon have to be to notice the sort of spell you're going to have to use to send them home?
The type of spell that we're going to use is anybody who can cast magic within a pretty sizable area from where we're going to cast it is going to be able to pick up on the fact that we're pulling on some major magical strings, so to speak.
Okay.
So if he's close enough by, he will most definitely know that we're doing it, which may just pique his curiosity just to find out who's doing such powerful spells, because no doubt he's probably got people, got little slaves that he has running around, gathering as much intel as he can.
So does that answer the question, Galahad?
yeah, I mean, yeah, let's do it.
All right. So I guess we stop at the temple, pry
Okay.
any of those keys we can out of the. Was it a sarcophagus we saw them in?
They were around the sarcophagus, but they were not in it.
Okay.
They were specifically placed on certain little mini altars all around the sarcophagus.
So first we buy a crowbar, and then we go and hit that temple.
Yeah, it takes you a little bit, but you guys do manage to pry the, what was it, 6? Yes, 6 of them that were there out.
All
And
right.
They range in size. Some are like no bigger than maybe half a fist size, up to about the size of your forearm.
While we're traveling, well, I guess we just teleported that, didn't we?
You can, or you can travel. It's up to you guys. I'm leaving how you guys get to places up to you. If you guys want to teleport, just let me know and I'll
I
have the
feel,
dragons do.
I feel, I feel like the more time we give him to create an army from what's left of Cronon's forces, the more likely it is he'll just retreat with them. I say we travel normally.
Works for me.
Okay.
Is that so? Would that be the dragon hopping solution?
No, that would be taking the long, slow way.
Oh, well then we could just do the
Course.
dragon hop thing.
Well, my point is that if we take the longer route and give him time to like create more of these slaves, A, more targets for us, and B, um, it's more likely he'll be satisfied with whatever army he's managed to carve out here, and if he'll just leave with them back to their home to go back to whatever fight he was waging against them.
Yeah, could be. I'm down for that.
Also, I really want to train for something before we try and fight this near godlike dragon entity. Although we're not going to be facing him directly, it's just
No. Although, you
Yeah.
know, out of character, he does have stats. I have statted this dragon, and that should terrify you.
it does.
Basically,
That's why I'm training.
basically, I had
Out of
to take the ancient worm from the monster manual and up it. Yeah. Star in his full glory is pretty fucking nasty.
So every day while we're traveling, I'm going to be sparring and practicing fighting Fang.
Okay.
The same way that we talked about. I'm focusing on trying to create a new.
Galetus, it all
technique to
depends on how
battle.
it all depends on how you handle things, whether or not he will be the new final boss.
Yeah.
If everything goes according to plan, and believe me, it will come down to a roll. If everything goes according to plan,
Shit.
yep, yeah. If everything goes to plan, then
Can at least be a couple rolls. How about one roll for each of the gems that they're carrying when we send them
nice
off?
try. Nope, one roll. And that will determine whether or not he falls forward or he says, fuck you, I'm not falling forward, and he sticks around. So, it should be interesting to see. But it will be something for you guys to eventually fight later, so. Alright, yeah, you guys take time. During that time, what do you guys do? It takes you total of about 4 weeks to get to where you need to go. So what do you guys do during that travel time? I already know what Steel's doing. Steel is practicing. What are you guys doing?
If Galahad ever gets curious about who could take who, I'd probably fight him too.
Okay,
I guess me and Galahad can spar.
there you go. Well, Galahad's checking on his pizza right this second.
Yep.
Damn slagger.
I'm curious, by the way, if any dragon were to use a breath attack, and I used Wind Wall. What the hell? Oh, it did it as a damage instead of a spell card. That sucks. Un momentito, please. Where's the spell card option?
Okay, I see Galetus.
If I were to use Wind Wall, could I would it work as a shield? Like it's a powerful updraft. Would it push the flames over myself or people behind the wall?
It says it keeps fog, smoke, and other gases at bay. Small can't pass through it. Lose some fly the wall upward. There's some bolts and other blah blah blah. I would say, just from the way it looks, I would say it would probably work, but you'd only get to do it once before they caught on to it.
Yeah, and then they take 4 steps around it, and then they're like, "Aha!
Yeah.
I've got you now.
But Gletus
Or
has
worse,
it too.
they
so-
just like fire on you from above.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah. It's the curse to the curse to dealing with dragons is they can get to you from above. And the duration's up to a minute, so you can do 10 rounds with that thing. Nice, man. Gletus is coming balls to the wall. Alright, Gletus is practicing his bow making. Steel's practicing his. Razik, what are you doing during these 4 weeks of travel?
Oh, I suppose in inner sparring, like some kind of sparring matches with Galahad, with some
Hell yeah.
training on my stone cutting.
During that time for Gletus and Razik, since you guys specifically said you're working on your skills, make a note next to your skills or just somewhere on your sheet that your difficulty is reduced by 2 for your rolls involving skill checks.
When in relating to
In relating
Yeah.
to stone crafting and for you and bow making for him. So like
I
anything
thought that-
involving stonework.
I thought that the act of just making the swords would have a similar effect for me, or do I have to actually like? Stay
No,
there training the
for
skill
no for
itself.
you. Yeah, it should have. Yeah, I should have told you about that. For you, since you've been making weapons and stuff like that, you're write it down as well. That it's a -2 to the difficulty.
Okay.
So would that be a +2? Because I don't know that there's going to be too many checks, with stone cutting
Fair
like
enough.
that.
Yeah, it would be a +2 to your. For you, it'd be a +2. But like for the bow making and stuff, since they have done rolls for that, you just don't do it often enough. Since Galetus has specifically been working on it, it would be a -2 to the difficulty, which in a sense would be a +2 for you guys. So basically, you get a +2 to your skills.
I have made a shitload of weapons. Would it be only 2 or?
Yeah, that's right. You have made a bunch of fucking weapons. Make it a +3 for you. And the more Galetus
Okay.
you and Razik work on it, you can get it up. The most you'll get it up to is a +5, and that's the most I'll allow you guys to do.
Okay.
Because by
Oh wait,
then,
what? Oh, gotcha.
yeah,
Yeah.
because by then the DCs will already be pretty low anyways. Because I keep the DCs low for it depends on what it is, but after a
Because
+5,
right now I got a +10 for my stone cutting skills. I can. The worst I can do is average, barring a 1.
yeah.
All right. So what do we see when we get there?
The temple is currently unoccupied. As you get inside, it's the same as you left it. You do see where the sarcophagus is. You see all around it where there are like little small pedestals where each stone would be placed. Some pedestals are a little larger due to the size of the stone. There is one that's made for the stone that you're carrying there, Razik, and that's the biggest stone. But yeah, you see 6 of them sitting there. They're in various colors.
Where are we
Okay.
again?
The temple where we've discovered the keys are to be assembled to open or
I mean,
close.
what's the place called?
Temple of the Elements.
Okay.
Okay. Welp, we are in a bit of a rush. I'm going to unceremonially go up with a crowbar and just try and start prying out these fucking gems.
Okay, they come out a lot easier than you thought.
But they are what we thought, right?
Yes, they are what you thought.
I held them up to one of the other keys, and yeah.
Yeah, they.
How many other of there are there total?
There's a total of 13 of them. There are 6 that you're prying out of. You had 1 on you, I think, 1 or 2 on you.
I believe we had one on us, right?
Okay, so yeah, so now you'll have a total of 7.
We had one.
So
Yeah. I've marked in my inventory 6 keys to Chronons.
there you go. Yeah, because Ryzik has the other one.
Now, because it's part of the plan, Jimmy and Shane have been traveling with us, right?
Yep.
All right, so I hand him the 6 gems and I say, "Do you think this will be enough to get his attention?"
Jimmy just kind of stares at him because he's the only one who's got the hands big enough to hold them all at the same time. He just kind of looks at him and he looks at his sister and she goes, "Well, if they really are keys that hold a god within a prison, I can imagine they have to be pretty powerful, so I would imagine they would draw attention. I mean, unfortunately, we're not sure if he's only here to refresh his troops, then you may not have to worry. He'll refresh enough and then he'll leave. Or he may, use this as a staging point to, get more troops and then send them on to back home where we're from."
It's a good enough guarantee for me.
I mean, that's probably about the best guarantee we're going to get right now. I mean, we have to wait and see and hope for the best. All right. Once you guys get him, do you guys start heading to Gold Tourism?
Yep. Probably, yeah. Charter a ship over there.
Okay.
If we're lucky and he is just building an army, maybe he'll be gone by the time we arrive.
To
One
get
can hope.
to get to Gold Tourism, it takes you another 3.5 weeks to get there. It's a long trip. Yes, it is a little bitty island. When you do get there, there seems to be almost nothing here. The cities, the towns that you see, Mandaral and Himgrim, are, infernos right now. They're, just being burned to the ground.
Oh god.
Okay, look for I guess survivors or
Okay, roll an investigation check for those who weren't looking.
I'll aid him.
Okay. Roll it again, Razik. He's giving you advantage.
looking
Wow.
not my strong suit.
Still looking. Thankfully, Galetus is there to assist you. Galetus, there are a few running out of, because you guys came into Himgrim, or what's left of Himgrim. There are a few running in your direction. You thought it was kind of odd that such a, a decent-sized port, there was almost no ships, and now you understand why. From what you're getting from the survivors is, that they're currently under attack by some strange forces.
What kind of strange forces?
The description they give is basically they say it seems like possessed people.
Oh,
This is a shot in the dark, but do they have any strange skin rashes? Something maybe resembling scales?
They say they don't see any, but they, the few of these warriors that they've seen coming at them, um, they don't seem to be fully in their right mind.
Well, this is where we'll start then. Are they currently here? The people that they're referring to?
They were attacking the outside of the town, which is where you see the fires.
We just lost Galitas.
He said he's moving to the desktop.
Oh, right. Okay.
Less of an issue, so that way he can talk and
Oh,
not
I
have
see.
to keep typing. Hmm?
It's buy one get one free, and I get my first item for $10. Do I just get the shoes, or do you want me to get some?
So, are these raiders, I guess, still here,
Yes.
active? All right. Well,
If there's buy
Uh,
one get one free, find another pair.
Time to get to
Like
work.
even just regular.
that's what we're here for.
So I don't think they're gonna give me.
You can put it in your cart.
Okay,
If it
so
doesn't work out,
what do
you
I
can pull it
see?
out.
What am I? Are they like kind of like in front of us, or
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
we can hear. As you guys
Back on the-
head towards the outskirts of the city, what you see is a small force. Himgrim really didn't have any kind of like militia or anything. I mean, it was basically just people who, are trying to defend their home. You see a small force of probably a good 30 or so people, but the way they're moving, you can definitely see why they said they were acting real strange. What'd you say? I'd have to see what they look
Yeah,
like.
burning down your home would be pretty strange.
Well, no, I mean it's just the way they're moving and the way they're acting. They seem sluggish and seem like they're,
Hmm.
they should be moving a lot
Like
faster.
zombies.
Yeah, in a
Are
sense.
they within divine sense range? I think it's 30 feet.
30 feet, no.
Let me double check. Damn.
I want to try and dispel magic on them.
Okay.
If it
It's
helps,
60
I can
feet,
en-
sorry.
If it
Yeah,
helps,
that's
I can.
120 feet for the dispel magic.
If it helps, I can entangle them.
Couldn't hurt.
Um. Okay.
As soon as we actually see a group of them, gonna use haste on myself and move in.
Okay. Like I said, this is the only group you see is this group of 30. And they're, like I said, moving kind of like zombies. Just kind of real sluggish, and they don't seem to have any kind of real direction. Like they're just continuing to walk forward. You actually watch as, you're guessing a townsfolk, sitting there trying to fight them, and you can see as, one takes a blow and he, recoils a little bit, but he doesn't react like you would expect, anybody who just took a hit like that to react, and he just kind of keeps going. For the dispel,
I have 110 movement speed right now, and if I burn a bonus action, I'll have 220. Is there any chance of a
can't hear
cool
you with
heroic
these-
entrance here?
oh, okay.
Also, my divine sense was 60 feet. I know you got like 4 things going on.
Okay, Razik, roll a d20.
It says that they would have to be like they would be them rolling against me.
No, because
Uh,
aren't you
it's-
trying to dispel it?
Yeah, but
So to
choose any creature object magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd or lower level ends. If it's higher, make an ability. Okay, never mind.
yeah,
I got
because
it.
it's going to be higher than 3rd level. Your DC is 19, by the way.
Okay, so I use my spell test, spell casting ability.
Yes,
Yeah, 4.
roll a d20 in your spellcasting ability. Sorry, I'm trying to get to
Was that?
everybody at once.
Who did you
Damn.
have?
Oh. No, as you cast it, it doesn't seem to work, unfortunately. And steel basically pew, becomes a flash.
Did I sense anything
Um,
with the extra range? I don't know if they're in.
they're not.
in range.
They're not officially like celestial, fiend, undead. I mean, they're living beings. They're just under some kind of weird spell.
They're
from
people,
Dra-
man. Can you stop trying to profile them with your fucking religion, man.
Undead scum.
Damn bastards. No, they're just moving like zombies, but they're they're still intelligent. They're still alive. Well, except for, well, I mean, a couple of them taking some pretty serious wounds, so they'll probably be dead soon.
And they were humanoids. Sorry.
Yeah, they're humanoid. It's just a mix of races.
I see.
Super whoosh.
Excuse me. All right. Well, let's tango.
Okay.
Not a whole lot I can do to not kill him. I'm good at not. I'm very good at killing, and not so good at
Not killing.
hurting. Yeah,
Is there
hurting
any
to not kill.
Roll initiative.
Everyone. Obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know why I asked.
Yeah, I was like, why are you
That's
asking?
not garbage. Yeah, I don't know.
Since I had haste on before we rolled initiative, do I have advantage?
I'll give you one free shot.
Is there any way that I can use my longsword as a blunt weapon?
Like the flat.
Basically, what
Yeah.
what I'll assume is you guys aren't trying to kill these guys. You guys are just basically trying to knock them unconscious. So I'll assume that you're doing like, subdual damage. Unless you actually want to kill them. I mean, it's up to you guys what you guys want to do.
You can
I'm
do
not out to
a blunt attack with a sword. Just got to do that old end him rightly.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Gonna bash him with the hilt. You hit him with the flat end of the sword.
So do I click on my longsword?
So I guess it's more of a bat, isn't it? In that aspect.
It's still an attack, just like any other way. The difference is that you'll instead of like when I say roll for your damage, it'll still be damage. I'll just count it as subdual. So basically, you're just knocking them out.
Well,
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I'm not out to kill them if I hit my dragon bow's longsword. Dragon bone longsword.
jeez.
All right, give me
Oh
one
man,
second. There are about like 30 of them, but they're moving slow enough that you guys shouldn't have much of an issue. Let me at least get their initiative done, and then Steel, you'll get one shot off since you bolted first. We'll say there are 10 within range right now, and the next 20 are going to be, in like 2 turns, will be up there near you.
Das Boot.
Das Bucha.
But yeah. Das Boot here to give Das Boot.
10,
I wrote this initiative. I'm okay with this.
Ooh.
6. All right, I'm just doing group rolls for them because it's easier. So the first,
Das not Gucha.
the first one, the first group that you're going to run across has the 10 initiative. The second group will be the 6.
Oh no, God, we're fighting them in swarms.
So how big
Yeah.
is a group, roughly?
10.
Okay.
Oops, forgot to roll that last
Awesome.
group.
Oh, I think I know what I could do.
4.
I'm gonna go straight fucking Dynasty Warriors and just send these fuckers flying.
I could. Well, I could do one of two things. I don't know if it'll help us though. I could cast Fog Cloud.
Nah.
How about if I cast Web? And that might
Oh
entangle-
yeah.
Oh, that's pretty awesome, yeah.
Okay.
Web
I'll
it
do
on
that.
up, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I can't promise how long that web's going to be there, but it'll do its job.
Is Entangle better or what? Excuse me.
Actually, I looked at it and I don't have Entangle. I thought I did.
Oh damn.
Oh, just
Excuse me. My God.
I thought I took it, but I guess
That
I
would
didn't.
actually catch all of them. No, no, no. It would. It
Oh.
would catch. It would catch the first 10, within it.
Good, then that's the 10 we start with.
What's a dragon spell?
It's one of my dragon spells that I took.
yeah, we got 2 dragon spells are like
I
third
got
level.
Oh, like the
I
level
got-
1 cantrip thing.
No,
Well, what
they're,
I
they're,
could-
they're level 3.
Yeah. You
what
can-
I could do,
I told you about
I
that.
could, yeah, what I
Oh, shit.
could do is maybe like get them all up on top of us, like to where they're all together, cast web behind them, and then cast thunderwave and blow them into it.
You do you, man.
That would help us a lot, though.
Yep. Oh my God, I'm dying. Sorry.
Okay. Steel, you get your first hit, and then we'll go into initiative order.
All right. Fang's gonna fly up and like get in this field of vision for a second to give me advantage, and I'm going to swing my sword.
Okay. Yes, from any spell list.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that hits. They have a very low AC.
Oh my!
Jesus. Yeah, sword.
I did mention that this was non-lethal, right?
Yes, you did mention that.
Okay. Yes. See, when it's really cool, it's a sword.
I want to kind of yell it. Do we want non-lethal? Is that what we're going for here?
I mean,
Uh,
we could kill a few. There's like 30 of them, right?
Yeah, there's a total
Well-
of 30.
The people we saved said they're not in their right mind. We should try to preserve the
That's
life.
true.
These guys are not of the right mind. I will not kill.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Razik's having a real battle with his conscience.
Well, I know, man. You'd regret it. Come
It's
on.
like, yeah, save an innocent life or
My
use
guy's
these
gonna
badass spells that are so cool.
My guy's gonna look at Galahad. Isn't protection your thing?
Yeah.
They are not of their right mind. Would you kill them if they were?
Which
I really want to, but no.
What's the spell DC on your sword?
Me?
You need a sword.
My sword.
That's
Have
why.
a con save. Give me the sword. It is a DC 15.
Like my sword.
Okay,
sword,
so
sword, my
he actually does make it, so he only takes half that. Okay, that's fine. I mean, okay.
Oh man, there are some good 3rd level spells.
Yeah, there are. You get 2 total for now.
I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb because I neglected to realize that paladin spells are really cool, and I didn't
Yep.
even look at them for the.
Okay. That ends that. Okay.
Yes, it
Now
does.
we are going to start the actual initiative order. Galetus, you actually get to go first.
Oh,
Yeah, you roll
So should
pretty
I
decent.
cast web?
Smart idea. I mean, you saw Steel come in. He went in real quick, and then he swung with the sword. But you saw him turn it so that it wasn't sharp end at him, and it was kind of the flat of the blade. And you can hear, bang, as he struck him against the helmet.
Knocking them out like dominoes.
Not yet. That
Okay.
did some damage to him, but he's not knocked out yet.
How about I'll look at everybody. I can wait until they're all on top of us and then cast web and catch them all. Would
But he
that
can
work,
also
or should I do it now?
he can also
Just go,
affect
do
you
it
too.
now. Do it now. I'll take care of it.
Okay, what do I roll?
I have to do
I
a roll.
think they roll. Yeah, and I have to since I went up in melee range.
Yep.
But it's okay because I have an advantage. Does that meet your saving throw?
18 probably does.
I don't know. I had said that
What's your-
he said that he has to do the roll.
Hold on.
It's based off his wisdom, I believe, because he's a ranger.
Yeah, it's based
it's
off
a
your wisdom.
spell save 13.
Okay, I passed.
They did not. Means they are all trapped. And they are restrained, so they can't really do anything except sit there.
Oh my god, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
A whole field of advantage.
Yeah. Okay.
You are welcome.
And guess what? Steel, it's now your turn.
I'm going to sheathe my flame tongue sword because I don't want to burn anybody to death, and I'm going to use my standard action for a single weapon attack, drawing the sword from the sheath and striking with keen edge.
Okay.
God damn,
That hits. See, you wanted the rolls. Now you got them.
I did. Yeah. And I'm also gonna use my hasted action. I'm going to use sharpen the blade, burn off 3 key, give myself +3 to hit on keen edge,
Okay.
and as a bonus action, I'm going to flurry of blows and try and knock out the guy I've already hit.
I figured that's the one you're still focusing on.
Yeah.
That hits. Just
Sharpen
hits.
the
That
blade.
that just hits, by the way, and that puts him unconscious.
All right, then the next one goes for his buddy. Sharpened blade is a Kensai ability for level 11, and it lets me burn up to 3 key and get a +1 bonus for each key that I've used as a magic weapon. But it works on magic
Oh.
weapons. Yeah, it's cool.
Sounds nice.
Okay. He takes damage from it, and that ends your turn.
So I'm gonna say,
It does.
Galahad, you can spare the dying, can't you?
I don't think I have it.
What? You're a
Listen.
paladin. What?
I
it a
don't like to
cantrip?
lead witnesses.
Is it level 1 spell, right?
It's a cantrip.
No, it's a cantrip.
Oh, is it? Then I do have it.
Well, in that case, I have that too. Well, I think we might just be able to go ham on these fools. Just
Wait, the
revive them after.
cantrips?
Let me check something real quick.
we were able to get a cantrip. We were able to get 2 cantrips earlier on. I think when we first got our dragons.
I have okay, so I have thaumaturgy from that, and I have guidance, and then I have
Oh.
druidcraft from my other feat.
I have spare the dying as a cantrip, so I can cast as much as I really want to. So, am I clear to murder?
I mean,
Oh my.
am I the guy that's giving the okay?
You're the
Galahad.
paladin. I don't know.
Galahad, it's your go anyways.
Uh,
Razik is last. Actually, Razik will be after the thugs. They're all webbed right now, and I can't do anything till it's their turn. So.
I'll just. Oh, is this too cheesy? Can I just ask, see if I can, maybe druidcraft / plant growth a little grove to Solana and see if she can help me out a little bit and see what the hell's going on with these guys? Is that possible? I don't know.
I'd say you could spend your whole turn doing that, yeah.
All right, yeah, why not? So I'll just use. Actually, I don't need druidcraft then. I'll just use plant growth.
Okay.
And then yeah, I'll just use my action to see if she can give us some guidance on what's going on here.
They are under the powerful. They are under the effect of a powerful spell.
no way to. Sorry, because we tried Dispel Magic, right?
He did, but it was just honestly out of character. It was a really crappy low roll. So,
Ooh, I see.
but the DC is pretty high for it because this is a powerful spell. I mean,
Okay.
it can only go up to a DC of 19 because there is no spell higher than level 9.
So pretty much weak. I mean,
Yeah, I can do that. I'll have to set it up.
Okay.
don't do it, Razik.
I can revive him after though.
Are you sure?
I mean, yeah, that's what it does.
There, if you're, why don't we just knock them out? Why do we have to kill them? They're probably gonna have wounds.
My guy's just gonna listen to this conversation and look at them in disapproval.
Why do we have to kill them? Because dead men tell no tales.
They're gonna,
I
they're
mean,
gonna have.
they won't be. It's spare the dying, not the dead.
I mean, but what are? I'm so confused. So we're not killing them. We're just knocking them unconscious. What's the spell for?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this, in order to make it like an in character thing. But out of character, like if there's someone, anything that's like dropped to 0 HP, I can touch them and stop them from dying.
I see.
I could cure wounds.
Yeah, then we can just heal them after.
All right, you do you, Razik.
Oh hell yeah!
Well, if that's the case, then I guess as long as we
Why am I? I'm not the moral judge. Like I'm not the.
You're the paladin. You're literally the
I am
moral
the
judge.
fittest paladin. I wanted to kill these guys the second I saw them.
God,
my god.
But they're not in their
But
right
you,
mind.
but
I
you
don't know how
didn't
many times
realize
I
they
gotta
weren't
say
in the
this.
right mind.
But as long as we bring them back, I guess I can speed things along.
Really, we're saving time to save the world. So
By the way, that web is flammable.
hell yeah!
we're gonna burn them.
This is why chaotic good is the best alignment.
But we're burning them.
I
They'll
am
be all
chaotic good too, but I'd
Just
rather
spare the
not
dying.
kill.
Cure wounds, heals burns. Spare
We're
the
gonna
dying.
cure
One just got
all
free.
30 of them.
2 just got free. It's their entire
Ooh.
turn to do this, but 3 of them are now free.
Ooh.
Are they still in the web radius?
Yeah, but they're no longer affected by it. Okay. So 4 of them are free, the rest are stuck. So we got 5 left that are stuck, and 4 of them are free. Razik, it is now your go.
Oh hell yeah, it is.
Don't horribly disfigure them.
Look, we'll just see where the night takes us. I am going to cast first watery sphere on try and get 4 of them in there.
Okay.
And well, actually, yeah, okay, yeah, watery sphere to catch 4 of them, and then I'm going to quicken. Oh wait, hold on. Damn it. Okay. Let's see. Oh. All right. Then I'm going to light watery sphere.
What? They're gonna explode.
Won't explode. I'll just get shocked.
Okay.
Can I say something before he does this?
Yeah, you can say something. Whether or not he responds is a different story. I mean, technically
Razik,
speaking, it's a free
Razik?
action.
I see him like making a fucking lightning all of a sudden. Jesus. And I say, come on, we're just like the guys at the beginning at the tavern. We're just the strong guys picking on the weak guys. Come on, you can't be like that, man.
I'm gonna save them after though.
They're gonna be freaking exploded.
It's not how lightning works. They'll just get shocked.
I don't know.
Just fries their heart and their insides.
Yeah,
I'll spare the dying, and then we'll heal them back up.
you're just using them as your plaything at this
Well-
point.
Yep.
That is a good question. What if they die in the process? I mean, like, you skip over the dying and they're already dead.
Surely it would have been faster to just knock them out at
Okay,
this point. My God.
Out of character, what theoretically happens? If I drop them to 0 HP, and then spare the dying on them, what goes on?
Oh, I guess.
Like you're hitting them like with
Like,
lightning. and
to
water.
the DM.
Touch a living creature that has 0 hit points. Creature becomes stable. Basically, all it does is instead of,
Oh,
well,
shit.
they'd still actually have death saves that they'd have to do because it only makes them. No, it makes them stable, so they don't have to do death saves anymore.
So they're essentially unconscious, but
Yes, they're
still-
unconscious.
And then we heal them up, and then they're fine, right?
Yeah, then you can heal
They
them up
still
and they'd be
need-
fine.
So what are you worried about?
Will they still be under the control of the?
You don't know that. That you don't know.
You know, it's interesting. I think maybe this is actually the best way to do it, because if they die, maybe the spell just ends, because they're not full dragons yet.
This is a good point.
Zap.
Oh my God.
Rossi doesn't even have to think about it. He's like, well,
Yeah, let's.
if Thiel said so, let's kill him.
Yeah. Also, don't they like take extra damage from the water?
Oh, yeah.
How much? What do I roll for that?
What's the? Hold on.
It's
Roll,
8d6 per button.
So roll 4 more d6. 25.
All right.
P37. How big is the spear?
It is. Let's see. A 10-foot radius, 20-foot diameter sphere.
You got them all.
And to be fair, it says no more than 4 creatures at a time.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
That's weird. Okay. Well, then
But
you got 4.
otherwise, it does say they would be knocked prone if they were in that area.
Okay. So
If it in excess of these number falls out of it and falls prone in a space of within 5 feet.
okay, so then the others would be prone while stuck in a web. Awesome. They're not having a good day. Okay. They're still alive. You could see them still moving around in the water.
All right, have at it, boys.
ah!
All right, hold on. Yep, it's now back to Galitas' turn.
They say they're still in a web.
Yep. The 4 who made it out.
Anyone-
The 4 who made it out just got shocked.
Okay, so what about everybody else in the web? I mean, are they out of the water?
They were knocked prone, but they're still in the web.
Okay, so I could still set the web on fire and they'll be damaged? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering if they were underwater because you said you got them all, so I thought you meant like everybody. So okay, all right, for all the ones that are stuck in the web, I will. And I'm going to aim at the web.
Okay.
Do I roll with advantage?
Just roll a normal attack. There's no reason. Because you're aiming for the web, you're not aiming for the people. And that hits anyways. Let's see. Okay. Roll 2d4. Okay.
Wait, actually, I have I can shoot 2 arrows. Would that count as a fire arrow too?
No, it only does one.
Okay.
But do you aim for somebody or do you just aim for the web again?
I was gonna aim for the web.
Okay. Well, with the fire and your second shot, you've now officially removed the web.
Oh, well, crap.
Web doesn't last long when it gets set on fire.
Okay.
But you did do some damage to them. They are they are on fire.
Yay. And that's my turn. Unless you want me to cast web again. No, it's just one action. Never mind. That's my turn.
Alright. Steel, you're up.
I'm not really feeling much of a challenge from these guys, so I'm gonna stop trying to, like, practice my train off of them, and I'm just going to go ham.
Okay.
Got Keen Edge, and I'm running at the. Are all the ones that were restrained down?
There are 4 currently in a watery sphere, and the other 5 are currently on the ground. Yes.
All right, then I'm going at the group of 5 that are still on the ground.
That hits. That hits.
And bonus action, I'm gonna punch somebody in the head. And I'll end my turn. Actually, they're all prone, right? So they can't, like, aim at me if I move away, or they get disadvantage if they do.
They get disadvantage.
Yeah, I'll move 50 feet away. I was
Oh,
only
wait.
close enough to hit one of them.
Actually, you're fine, because they're still in the. No, well, no, the web won't technically end till their turn, so they're still right now technically restrained by the web until it burns away, which will be on their turn.
Oh, then I'll move 50 feet away.
Yeah, so you're fine. Okay. Amazingly, with all the damage these guys have taken, they're still up and moving. Okay, and now it is Galahad's turn.
How many are still standing?
There are 4 in the sphere, 5 currently on the ground.
Are they? So those ones are still conscious, though, right?
Yeah, everybody is still conscious, except for one.
Oh, damn.
Except for the original one that Steel hit.
Okay, alright. Well, I will just actually.
Mind you, next round, the second group of thugs is coming.
And how big is that group?
10. They're each 10, size of 10.
Oh, true. Right. I'll just take a round to set up, I guess. I'll just cast Bless on my teammates here, Gletus and all the words, Razik and Steel.
Okay.
So I believe it's +4 to attack rolls and saving throws,
There you
or
go.
+1 D4 rather.
Yeah, it's a D4. Alright, and that's it?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, it's their turn. They all stand up using half their movement, and the web is now gone from them. So, Steel, they're actually going to come after you, since you're the closest one to them right now.
That's fine. With the haste on, I have a 22 to hit.
Good. They're going to probably need it anyways. Whole lot of nothing. For his second attack, 21 still misses.
Holy shit, that's close.
Yeah, that was pretty close. For the second guy, they each get 2 attacks. 21 again. And 18. Nope. Third guy is actually going to go after Galahad because, you know, just to be different.
Hell yeah. Fuck me up. No.
Not with a 15. And his second one is another
That
15.
guy just didn't want to conform to their standards.
And another one comes after you, Galahad. That a hit. 24.
Unless you use your
Yeah,
shield.
just barely.
Alright, 1 second. 10 points of damage.
Tight.
He is using it one-handed, so. And then he's going to do his second attack on you, see if he can finally succeed with something. Which he fails.
Nope.
Last one is going to come back after you, Steel, because, you know, you came up and whooped one of their friends' butt real quick, and they're not very smart.
2 of their friends' asses, actually.
Yeah, technically.
Oof.
But these guys can't hit shit. Okay, and that's their turn. Razik, it's your go.
Hell yeah, it is. All right, I'm going to use my action to move the watery sphere 30 feet up in the air.
Okay.
And
I know where this is going.
I'm going to quicken Sunbeam, which unfortunately is another concentration spell. That means I gotta drop the concentration for watery sphere. Oh,
Oh,
dang it. Dang.
no!
It's
Ah.
every 10 feet, it's d6, so it's 3d6.
I cover my ass.
So I roll 3d6.
Nah, I'll roll it for you. Wow, that's a shitty roll.
Oh, well.
But it still hurts.
I am going to get as many as I can within this beam. And I'm going to cast Sunbeam, holding up one hand and just blasting this radiant energy out of it.
What's Sunbeam?
Also, they have to, let's see, they got to make a Constitution saving throw in order to not be blinded.
Okay. And how many does it affect? Blind, 5
Yeah,
foot wide,
whoever's
60 foot.
in a 60-foot line.
That'll be 2 of them, so I only have to roll 2. Man, only one of them makes it.
Ooh, 60-foot line.
Yeah, 60-foot line, but they're not standing in a straight line. They were actually coming as kind of a staggered effect in front of you, scattered out. The way he's standing, he got two of them because they happen to fall right near each other.
Are they burned or are they just blinded by the light?
Ripped up like a
take
douche.
damage.
Do the rumor in the night.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
I thought it was
It's radiant, so it's not fire. It's just like they're just blinded.
Okay.
Okay, so I marked the one that is blinded, and you actually put another one unconscious.
Nice.
With
They get
sun
damaged by it?
damage.
Yeah, they
Radiant.
got sunburn.
I was thinking that.
Technically,
That's not
it's-
actual sun, I think.
No, it's just a radiant. And he still takes half. That actually, sorry, that takes two of them out. I miscounted. Okay. There's still 6 left from the original. The other 10 this round will be coming up. So this is the last round, and this is the round that they're going to be coming in. So you have another 10 about to approach.
Sweet.
Yeah, you guys aren't going to be wanting for anything for a little while.
Did you see that message I sent you, DM?
Yeah, breathing underwater?
No. Hold on.
Hold on.
Scroll up there. It's up there somewhere. No. Not on Discord. It's on the chat room.
He
That's it,
casts kill everything.
Ah, okay,
Oh,
kill
man.
everything.
Wish I had that.
Oh, what, Sunbeam?
No, hold on.
Oh, okay, I see it now, I see it.
There- About the rolls. Yeah, I didn't know. I was just thought it might add to the story or so.
Yeah, that would make for an interesting problem.
Okay.
Goddamn conscience.
Yep.
Just try not to.
Okay.
I mean, none of them are dead. They're all unconscious. I mean, you will have to probably run around and tap them after a while.
Yeah. Okay. This hidden blade glove. Would it be
There's no
regular
way.
damage?
There's no way you can do non-lethal damage with that hidden blade. None.
Okay.
It is made to do lethal damage.
Smack him with the flat part.
Pop it out and then bitch slap them.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just. How many? Is there a group? That's. You know what? I'll cast web again. I guess. Try to trap them again. The new group.
I hate you. Make me roll all this crap.
You'll get over it.
Oh darn! Watch Galitas die of a heart attack.
I'm just kidding.
He has an aneurysm.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? All right.
Epileptic seizure.
I'm just going to do 2 different sets of rolls. One for the original set,
Oh,
which I
my
know
God.
fails.
Oh, they got out.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, I got my spell is 13. They just
Oh,
barely got
just
out.
barely. Here comes the second set. They don't. so the first set escapes the web for the second time. The second set, however, gets it hit for the first time. Oh, this is too funny. You're just gonna be taking turns casting web on each different group. Okay. Is that it for you?
I don't have any bonus actions, so
Okay. Steal it, Trico. There.
Okay. They failed the save, so they're all stuck.
The second set did. The brand new set of 10 that just came in just got stuck. The last remaining 6, however, escaped it. I wasn't gonna roll 16 freaking dies.
Okay, well, I'm about to. What I'm about to do may frustrate you. I'm going to run into the middle of this new group,
Already
and
does.
with my hasted action, I'm going to punch one of them, unarmed strike.
Okay.
As a Kensai, because I use an action to do that, I get +2 AC for this round. But that's not what's going to make you angry. Since they're all around me, I'm just going to cast Wind Wall in a full circle all around me.
Sweet.
Oh, it's gonna look like he's powering up and going Super Saiyan.
Oh yeah.
I'm seeing like some Avatar Last Airbender shit.
And then he starts getting gold hair and everything.
Why is it doing that instead of a spell card? You're supposed to put the fucking description in.
I have no idea.
It says like output
Do you got it
somewhere.
under spell card?
No, I do have the option. It's where I'm looking at it. There we go. Okay. It is fixed. So I can make the wall anywhere up to 50 feet long. So just a huge spiral going out from me.
25.
In one continuous path. And any creature in it when it appears has to make the strength save or take 3d8 bludgeoning damage. Strength save.
Alright, well, roll the 3d8 damage forward, and then I'll do their strength save.
It's 13.
Oh, it's 13, okay.
Yeah, it's 13. Is the damage that I rolled. The save is 15.
Okay.
Strength save. I think they get disadvantage though because they're restrained.
Yeah, they would. Okay, strength. Doesn't matter. I'll roll it, but yeah, that's good enough. So they all take 13.
And then here's that anime moment. They fail it, and like as I cast the spell with a swing of my sword, huge spiral appears, and they just start floating up in the air and falling back down. It's more of a fairy tale moment.
Alright, let's see. Whew, holy crap.
So like a 50-foot spiral going out from me. I don't know how many I'll hit, but probably good money says a lot.
See, how many hit points do you have?
70.
Okay, that's
Okay.
doable.
That's never a good
Even I'm
question.
curious.
Why did I answer your question?
I was gonna say,
I have 30 health. You know.
You'll be all right, probably.
okay, the 6 remaining from the original first group actually all do make their save. So they take half of 13 is 6.
That's still a lot of 6s. Oh, wait, was that with disadvantage though? Because they were restrained?
Oh shit, yeah, that's right. Ah, then they fail it.
Fuck yes. They each take 13.
And you just took 3 more out.
Looks like they got blown away.
Hey,
Oh, wow. Just wow.
You let me get wind wall. You knew this would happen.
Oh.
You blew more than their mind.
Oh.
he blew him pretty, yeah.
Wow.
You blew them off their feet. They just couldn't stand it. I'll stop. I'm sorry.
Boo.
Okay, now that I've finally tallied up everything, because somebody had to fucking do a wind wall. Anything else you want to do? You know, like keep me sitting here writing.
Nope, I'm okay.
Thank you. Galahad, your turn.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just start murdering these guys because we'll just heal them anyways, right?
Yeah.
Are you? I'm scared. Is that a real yes?
Are you gonna
I
kill
can
him?
I can stop them from like being dead. The healing part, it's more, you know,
Jeez.
kind of a paladin thing.
Oh, God.
Hint, hint.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
I mean, I have a first aid kit. I assume somebody
I
does,
don't know
right?
if I can heal like 30.
The town.
I
I'm
got
sure.
cure wounds if that helps.
Actually, yeah.
That's a
maybe,
lot
yeah.
of cure wounds. Actually, all you need to
I
do
do
is give him
have-
1 point.
Yeah, I have
We
lay
got-
on
well, we got-
hands.
Don't we have dragons?
I can
Yes, you
technically
have
heal
dragons.
55.
Okay, Stu.
Is there a limit to where I could cure wounds?
You can only do as many as the level it is. So, like, if it's a first level, I think you can do 4.
Yeah, or however many spell slots you have.
Yeah, or however many spell slots you have.
Because we only need to do one point, right? I can just lay on hands all of them.
Yeah, you just need to do 1 point enough to heal them, you know, to do the 1 point to put them at.
So
To make them conscious and in great pain.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
There are 3 left from the original group that are still conscious.
Yet still blown away.
Ugh. Really? Just couldn't leave it alone, could you?
That was awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's your turn.
I will. So how many could I get in a line? Like the most people I could get in a line.
With the new group, you can probably get 6 total in the line.
Okay.
And how are you positioning yourself for this one? Are you going to be like kind of on the side or in the
Just whatever
front?
way is the most effective.
I mean, if you want to
That's the
go,
way I'm
if you
getting
want to
6
move all the way
many
to the
people
side,
possible.
which is going to take your entire action and your bonus action to move. If you want to move all the way to the side, then you can get them all straight in a line because they all will eventually. Well, maybe if they ever break free of that freaking web. But the web is what's really holding most of them in place. Web's a great
Oh,
thing, but
man.
it sucks if you want them to move.
Oh, this is great. Oh man, I so want
do
to
you
do-
want them to move?
No, I want to line up so I can get fucking like 30 kills in one, but
Well, go to the point where they're all in a line.
yeah,
I mean, like
I'm
move.
considering it. Yeah, fuck it. We can take these guys, right? Let's fuck around. I'll go over there. And I'll just line it up. I'll get out the Javelin of Lightning and just start lining it up.
Okay. All right, that's your entire movement then.
Yes, sir.
All right, the last 3 guys. Well, Steel, they're going after you.
If they're in the area of effect for the wind wall,
Oh
they're
yeah, that's
going
right.
to take the damage again. And
Oh,
Yeah, so they actually are going to move out of the area of effect for the wind wall, and
it's
basically
a spiral around me, so they gotta walk. They got a little puzzle to walk through.
they're gonna start moving at a clip towards Galahad, which is gonna take them a little bit. And the good news is it helps line them up for Galahad even better.
oh! I just said, I don't know. Whoa! What the hell happened to my E?
Yes, you did have to dash
My
to
question mark.
get to where you're at.
Okay.
And they were in a line, but they started to move, and then they realized there was a wind wall, so they chose not to. And now they're coming at you. So now they're all going to be
Awesome.
perfectly in a line for you. But that is their turn. And that's how quick that was. Razik.
Okay. So Steel's in the wind wall, correct?
Yes.
Galitas, where are you positioned?
I'm right beside you.
Don't tell him what he wants to know.
Okay.
He's just gonna kill
Okay.
us.
Okay.
And Galahad,
Alright,
what's
so-
your AC?
AC doesn't matter.
Oh, does it not for spells at all?
Well, not for this one.
Ah,
Okay, so however many I can get in that cone, a 60-foot cone, which I just put up the Discord, and so would that mean
Okay.
is Galahad in that?
No, because he moved off to the right-hand side of you. He's basically trying to position himself so he can get a straight line up. If you're facing all the guys, no, you won't get in his line of fire.
Okay. Steel, I'm sorry.
I am too.
All right. First, I am going to cast Cone of Cold. Oh, wait, actually, no. I'm not just yet. First, I'm going to use my action to cast Sunbeam again, which is concentration. So, like, I just kind of keep doing it. And get as many as I can get in a line from where
Actually,
I'm standing.
the good news is it doesn't affect steel.
Oh, whoa.
'Cause- Yeah, because
okay.
his wind wall, since it blocks Dragon's Breath, it would also block.
Well, he's doing Sunbeam though.
The Sunbeam, however, goes straight through. It's just light.
You shit.
Yeah.
so the fire's like going around the wind wall. Damn!
Oh, it's not a
No,
it's not
it's-
fire, though. It's
Or
like
the coldness, rather.
oh, it's no. This is Sunbeam.
Yeah, this is Sunbeam. It's something different.
I thought you were doing cone of cold.
So did I. But
Oh, I
changed my
am.
mind. Oh, that's
Nope,
next.
I am. Yeah. I'm going to quicken my action for Cone of Cold. I remembered I have to do that in that order specifically in order for this to work. Yeah. Now that I've done that, also I wasn't aiming
Oh
at
my God.
Steel specifically.
That's not great.
They all failed.
Oh man.
Lucky for them, it's not going to be too bad for much longer for them. So, hey, zombies, chill out.
Oh man, nice to meet you. You just have the list of Schwarzenegger quotes beside you.
Oh, there's so many. Yeah, nice to meet you. Sorry for giving you the cold shoulder.
Oh! Whoa!
Holy shit. Okay.
Say freeze.
And you just wiped out both of the first groups.
Oh man.
Nice.
There's still one group of 10 left coming.
But I wanted to murder those 30 guys. Ugh. Jeez.
Hey, he just made my calculations much easier.
So did Steel protect himself from the Cone of Cold?
The Cone of Cold, the wind wall actually blocked that.
Oh, that's tight.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because it does say a blast of cold air, so he's
Yep.
safe.
Yep, that's what protected
As
him.
I knew all along.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, part of the
thank you all.
calculations.
But, however, yeah, the entire first and second set of bad guys are now ice cubes.
Damn. Peace.
Damn. Don't shatter them.
Yeah.
There are
He
now
just
only
saw
10.
them out. Because...
There are now only 10 left total.
So what about the ones that are in the web?
They were also frozen.
Oh, okay.
They didn't have the health to be able to take both those shots.
Is there a way? I don't think that there would be a way for me to shoot an arrow and incapacitate them, would they?
You'd have to aim really carefully, and I'd have to make their AC a little higher for that. But honestly, it's really not worth it, because you guys basically, they're not very quick, and with the way that I've been rolling, they're not hitting shit. So it won't take long before
Maybe
you
if
knock them
you-
out.
If you put like a boxing glove on the end of it,
All right,
Go
well,
on, Wile E. Coyote.
okay, let's see. The last group is just now coming into view. They can't touch steel. Galahad, unfortunately.
Take a try.
Yeah, I do. Well, you know what? They're actually. Yeah, they're actually going to do it. How much damage do they take?
3d8 on a failed save.
Alright, roll 3d8 then, just to be on the safe side. And.
Oh,
Wow, really?
I did not roll very well.
They're all coming straight at you, Steel. And they all make it. Well, actually, I'm going to roll them individual.
It's okay. It's okay. They still have to hit a 22 AC. See, those are their high rolls. Now they're not going to roll that hit me. Oh, no.
Oh my!
Oh man.
Oh, God.
There it is.
If I die, it was all fucking arousing. That goddamn sunbeam.
you didn't. He didn't. I wasn't aiming at him.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, God!
So out of the 10, 2 of them failed their roll to just get into the wind wall to hit you.
Okay.
That was just them trying to get in through it. So they all are gonna,
Oh, thank God.
yeah, they all got to take the 6 points of damage, and the 2 who failed it, or sorry, the 2 who failed it take 6. Everybody else takes 3.
Yes. And then they all get to attack to try and hit my 22 AC. And now comes the rolling for the attack rolls.
Yeah, I know. And they each get
But-
2 attacks, so that's 20 rolls I have to do. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
What does your armor go by? I know this is a strange question, but
Monks go by dexterity and wisdom.
what about rangers?
Dexterity plus, your whatever armor you're wearing.
Yeah, I thought so.
Good news is none of them have hit yet. They burned all their crits just to get through the wall.
Yeah, apparently.
What
Now
about
that he is literally surrounded, DL is,
One
finally thinking, hey,
freaking
maybe
hits.
I can. Yeah. Oh, the rest just like fucking astounded.
Let's see if his second hit hits, and that was actually the last guy. So. And you take 8 points of damage. That's a lot of rolling for nothing.
After dodging like 9 hits, and when one hits, I just look at him like I'm going to focus you first.
I'm
You're
going to
the first
murder
of all.
you, you asshole.
Sir, you are last.
Yes.
Okay.
Feel like a once upon a time
Galetus,
last
here you
time.
go.
I guess if I aim an arrow through the wind wall, would that blow my attack?
It will not affect. The wind wall will block it.
Yeah, I thought so.
I'm so sorry.
Uh,
Actually, you know what? I have to roll my concentration to see if I.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you made it. I'm gonna say yeah.
But they've already passed through it. I'm just gonna drop the concentration now.
Okay. All right. So you see the wall of wind just drop.
okay.
But dramatically.
Yes.
There's a
very
I'm
dramatic.
going- I'm going to use flame arrows,
Okay, Jesse.
and I am going to aim at one of those that are surrounding Steel.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys.
You
can
have your
finish him
pick
soon.
of quite a lot.
Yeah. All 10 of them are still standing.
You're shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah. Pretty much just take aim, and that hits. I would have gotten that yet tomorrow.
So what do I roll for the flame arrow? 2d6, 2d4.
1d6
Oh.
fire damage.
1d6 fire damage for each of the arrows that hit.
Yeah. 15, 20.
And that's it.
Well, one of them's really hurting. All right.
Do you have Goliath Slayer or whatever it's called?
No.
Uh.
Is that what these guys are?
No.
No. It's a thing. Different thing.
Okay.
Kind of a
Uh,
misnomer.
You mean Colossus? I think you're talking
Colossus
about
Slayer,
Colossus
yeah.
Slayer.
Yeah.
No, I don't have it.
Steve.
I took a Beastmaster.
I'm going to look at the one that hit me and I'm going to swing Keen Edge at him. And I'm going to not use my second attack action to really focus on trying to practice this technique I'm trying.
That works. That hits.
God damn, that was one away from a crit. 14 slashing damage, and I want him to make a con save or be because of stunning strike.
Have Kerosene use Bardic Inspiration.
It wouldn't be. You won't get an. You won't get a crit off of it.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
He is stunned until the end of my next turn, and as a bonus action, I'm going to burn another key, and I'm going to use Patient Defense. So I'm going to dodge as a bonus action. They have disadvantage on all hits on me.
Okay.
And I end my turn. And if I can, I'd like to sneer at them.
Sure. Yeah. That's a free action.
Free action sneer.
Go ahead. Here you go.
Are they lined up?
No, unfortunately, they're all kind of in
Ah.
a circle around Steel.
Well, I say fuck this plan, and I'll just get out the glaive and just charge in there.
Okay. Yeah, you're close enough where you'd be able to get in and use your movement and get them.
All right, I'll just use like the flat of my my glaive. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And just enough to knock him out, and yeah, I'll just start swinging at the one that looks the weakest, closest to me.
Okay.
One of the ones hit by the wind wall, maybe? I'm not sure. Okay. Oh,
Nice.
Smite, smite, smite.
20,
Oh yeah, I can smite too. Oh,
33.
And it automatically doubles the smite dice.
oh my god, I'm so happy.
No, I would do the smite on the second one since that's when he waited to call it.
Damn.
Shame on
I
you.
think I get to choose.
He
which one
already-
it actually says. It actually says like
You
on
have to
the-
declare it. You have to declare it before you roll the damage.
No, you actually don't. I think it says. Let me check it out.
If it says so, then cool. Oh, when you hit.
I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's like one of the good things about it.
Yeah, it does specify that like when you hit with a weapon attack or whatever, you can choose.
Yeah. Starting at second level, when you hit a creature with a melee attack, you can or a melee weapon attack, you can expend 1 spell slot to deal radiant. It just says when you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack. And I hit him twice.
Okay, fair enough. I'll let you do that one.
Well, it's up to you, man. I don't want to.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It make this fight much quicker, anyways.
That's true.
So smite is what,
Get
10?
away from my monk! Crit.
So smite is 10,
Yeah,
right?
pretty much. Smite is it's 1
D8s.
2d6 plus 1d6 for each spell level that I do.
No, it's D8s.
Yeah, could be. God damn it! I fucking flipped off the page. That was dumb.
Because right now they're sitting
Yeah.
at 33 damage, and you only need to do 14 more to take one out.
All right, yeah, I'll just use it at second level. Why not? So it'll be 3d8 unless they're fiends or something weird.
Nope.
It gets doubled with the
straight
crit
heal.
damage, which is why paladins are awesome.
Hell yeah!
So roll the 3d8.
And the beast
That's
sticks
more
at
than
their
enough.
level.
That's more than enough.
Shit.
Then do I
It
double?
doesn't
Well,
matter.
yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Nah, because you just took one out.
Pow! Fucking one just smack. And then am I able to use the second attack on someone else since I just evaporated the first one with my first one?
No, I'm adding the attack of the second one to be able to
Oh, I
finish
see.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, to finish it off. I'm just letting you do, all the damage afterwards. So yeah, you just took one out. So now there's only 9 left. And there's one that's like an inch, 1 foot in the grave and another on a banana peel, which is the one Steel's been messing with. Okay, I think that's all of your turn now.
Yeah. that's okay.
Razik, your go.
Okay, so how many am I seeing in front of me right now?
There are
9, but
yeah.
one is stunned.
There's 9. One is stunned, but they're all surrounding Steel.
Okay.
Yeah, 8 and 1 is stunned. There are 9 technically
Galahad had to
standing.
go and crit.
You reminded him of the smite, so don't even go there.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's what
Somehow.
paladins live for,
Yeah.
really.
I know.
For that one crit.
Okay. Of course, gotta get that sunbeam in there.
Poor Steel.
Well,
I'm
is it
not
gonna
aiming
pierce
at
through
him.
them,
I
though?
don't have. I'm not aiming at him. I'll hit whoever many I can get without hitting him because it's just
Okay.
a beam.
Okay.
Galahad,
You
It's
don't
not
hit half
hard
of
to
them because
aim.
they're all just centered around me.
Yeah.
Galahad, cover your eyes.
Oh god.
No, he'll miss Galahad too. Okay.
And so the wind wall's still up, right?
Nope, it's done.
Woo.
Oh, look at that natural 20 on a fucking save.
Okay, and so
Oh,
would I
my-
hit
Oh,
them again?
Jesus.
Would I hit everybody?
You hit 4 of the guys. I'll give you 4 of the guys just by the way you are aimed. Because Steel is just off to your left, and you aimed basically to the right of him so that you didn't hit him.
Okay, I'd like to move a little bit.
I know.
Would Galahad still be in the way of that 60-foot cone?
No, I'm right beside you. I'm shooting arrows.
Galahad?
Pardon me, sorry.
Oh, you'll be fine.
I'm resistant to like everything, dude. Just fucking.
I'll cast Cone of Cold.
Yeah, dude.
Quickened, of course. No, you don't have to. No con save for you because you're in the wind wall.
No, he's not.
But he
Oh.
doesn't realize it's cool. I
That's fine.
still passed it.
I was gonna
Is
say
he
you
near?
still
Oh,
pass.
yeah, never mind.
So
Do I have to do that as well?
No, because he would have aimed just in front of you to make sure you didn't get hit. He just didn't realize steel wasn't in the wall of wind anymore.
I see.
Just on my math alone, yeah, that same 4 are now down. Well, frozen.
So are there any more left?
There are a total
There's
of
4 more.
Yeah, there are a total of 4 more left.
And they weren't in that big old cone?
Oh yeah, on the cone at least. The 4 that are left. 1, 2, 3. No, because they were all damaged pretty much at the same time. So yeah, they're all. So actually, no, there's none. None left. There's one left because he's on the other side of steel.
We're just like in like
He's
a
stunned.
like this weird like statue maze of all these dudes just frozen.
Ow.
Oh wait, if he didn't get damaged because he was on the other side, then wouldn't I have been safe because they had surrounded me?
Fair enough. Yeah. So don't even worry about it. So don't take your damage. But they took the
Oh,
full.
thank God.
They took the full brunt of it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So there's one left, and he
Oh.
happens to be behind steel, and he's stunned.
Well, the weather outside is frightful.
Let's see. He can't
Does he
do
whistle
shit.
that to him as he walks through the fucking?
Just walking in.
a winter wonderland.
You scare me sometimes, friend.
All right, Steve. Galitas, it's your go. There's one guy left. He has 1 hit point. Just fucking shoot him and get it over with.
I think
Shoot him in the knee.
I think that's what I'll do. Well, is he stunned? If I do a cold shot with that,
You'd still get advantage.
Still get it.
I'd get an advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's
I'll
stunned.
do a cold shot. Take him out in the knee.
That does it.
Shoot him in the back of the knee and drop him down. And then I'll punch him in the back of the head.
I love the idea of you shooting him from like 30 feet away, and then like you put your bow over your head and you, bam.
What do I roll? Because I don't have.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's done.
Whap.
Don't worry, I got you covered.
It's done. All right, you have now officially taken out all 30. Jeez, that cone of cold, that sunbeam cone of cold combo is just vicious.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I'm going to take a short rest and then help the town try and recover from this
Yeah.
shit.
I'm just going through just like boop, 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 boop. Spare the dying on each person.
Okay,
Give
we'll
him
just
the moment.
we'll just save
after
time
we had
and
him up.
yeah, we'll just say you save time, you heal them all at least 1 hit point to get them up and moving, and then you tie them all up. You do find out that when they went unconscious, it broke the spell.
Oh, this is very interesting.
Bad news is they're all Kernon's followers.
Whatever. I'm sure
Well-
that Shane and Jimmy are going to love this info.
They just stood and watched. I completely forgot they were there, honestly.
That's fine. I'm sure that I impressed them.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
All right.
Jimmy would have done 1 hit to him and probably killed him just by accident.
I am. What the hell? I'm gonna go ahead and cast enhance ability. What is it? Eagle's Grace.
Eagle's
Something like-
Splendor.
no. Eagle's Splendor
There
for
you
my charisma bonus, and I am going to intimidate this group of tied up, beat up, half dead people.
I'll guide him as well.
Okay. Yeah, because he really needs it.
Guys. I want to have it so like just appear. There's just fire in both of my hands, and just I killed you, and I brought you back. I can send you back again.
I'll cast Thaumaturgy to make the ground shake a little bit.
They didn't know that the ones who are freshly turned can be freed from the curse. Apparently, as the as the longer they have the curse, the more it takes effect, and even death
Mean.
doesn't stay.
Oh, nice intimidation.
Yeah.
I'll stand behind I'll stand behind Razik and have like a arrow twisting between all my fingers.
I'm just meditating with a sword
For
across
like
my lap at this point.
intimidation.
You got this
Thing-
intimidation down.
Long and hard about whose side you want to be on. Now go ahead and tell me. You want to take up arms with the good guys or not?
We want to kill that fucking dragon.
Doesn't quite
Okay.
answer my question.
Yeah, keeping in mind Cronon's plan to just abandon you all to that dragon.
Will you renounce your god and take up arms against him? Or will you die right here on the spot?
They all kind of look between each other. Random roll.
Now I'm talking to Julie.
They all agree that Chronon's, since he was leaving them for dead, that Chronon's is not someone they want to follow.
Good choice.
I know Jesse has to leave here soon, so.
I was gonna say, have you heard the word of Solana lately? I have these pamphlets.
Have you?
Peruse at your leisure.
Now, printing is very difficult, so I actually only have these 3 pamphlets. You're going to have
I
to show
drew
me.
them. They look they're kindergarten. They're kindergarten level. Just Solana on the front.
Oh my
And like crayon.
that's too
and
hilarious.
it's terrible.
Wonderful.
And yeah, there's like 3. I have to make some more.
You guys have
No,
to
there's not
share.
enough for all of you. You guys have to pass them around.
Fucking share.
Tell your friends.
Pass them around.
I'm making groves. Spread the word.
Okay. What do you guys do after they all agree that
Didn't you say
Chronon's
the
not worth
town
it?
was burning?
They eventually put it out with you keeping the bad guys busy. The townsfolk managed to get the few fires out.
What's really amazing is we did that in about a minute.
Yeah. Is any of them dead?
No, you managed to get them all at least up to 1 hit point. So they're at least conscious and able to talk. They're just hurting really bad. Some are still trying to warm up from the deep freeze that they got.
Xavier can help with that. I pull out Countersign, which now has, Xavier's mark on it. Just stabbed into the ground next to me with the fire going while I'm meditating.
But since we're about to lose another one, how about we call it there for the night?
Sounds good.
Yeah, and we'll leave it right there. So we'll pick up. You guys are right outside the town of Himgrim, and you had just converted the 30 people from Chronon's followers to at least not following Chronon's.
I'm working on them. I'm chipping at them.
All right. Well, thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more next week.